What up, though? It's the word. Hey, my bad, man. I was putting my kids to sleep. I had a show ready and everything. I was putting my kids to sleep and ended up falling asleep. I just popped on to have a little chit chat real quick. Yeah, you know how that go. I had family and friends coming through all day. Was chilling and kicking it with them. A lot of people didn't, meet the baby girl yet, so people were just coming through. Um, been up running around this morning. Yeah, I was putting the little man to sleep and end up curling up and falling asleep with him. And be some of the best sleeps though. you curled up with the kids and just be knocked out. Beautiful thing. Yeah, I waited till I got older to have kids. Had my first kid at 36, which is a blessing to me because when I was young, I was not. I wouldn't have been. I wouldn't have been the father that I am now. I wouldn't have been. You know, but I wasn't the person that I am now. So it's a real blessing waiting to I got older to have kids, get more wisdom, more patience, more time. I can dedicate myself to the responsibility of raising a kid. When I was younger, I wouldn't have been and I knew that. That's why I didn't want you know that's why I didn't have kids when I was younger because I knew I wasn't. Um, I know I wouldn't have been a good dad. I know when I was younger, I wouldn't have been there for my kids, so I didn't have them, and I waited. And I'm happy I did because, like I said, I was wiser. You can't just have kids by anybody. And that's no knock against nobody or nothing like that. It's just something through observing and learning. Um, well, I'm not gonna say that you can have kids by anybody, but I didn't want to. I wanted to make sure the person I had kids with is the person that I decided to be with until we no longer here. So just through observation, my dad got 6 kids by 4 different women. My mom got 4 kids by 2 different guys, and even my brother, he got. I don't know how many kids my brother got. I really don't, but I just know I didn't want to be like that. I wanted to break that cycle, so I waited, and I'm happy I did. You know, um, I'm happy I did. I found someone who I feel like got my back, and not only got my back, but pushes me to be the best version of me. And like I said, I waited until I got older, got more patience, got more wisdom, more humility. You know, and I think those are all good ingredients to be a parent. Ain't no instruction manual on how to be a parent, but everybody got their own ways of doing it. But at the end of the day, you learn through experience. Each child is different. You have to adapt. I ain't gonna say your love, but you gotta adapt to raising them to the child. You try to raise one child like the other child, that ain't gonna work. Not in my eyes. That didn't work with. My mom was hard on me. She had to be. I was a boy living in the inner city. It was easy to get in trouble. I got in trouble. She wasn't hard on me. I probably would have got in more trouble. But the girls, she was light on the girls. Girls got everything. I had to earn everything. Well, that's how I seen it. So yeah. But I do want to talk about I had a whole show I wanted to talk about demons. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow because I feel like that's a good build. And it was one person specifically that, kind of requested it and by me going on so late, they would have missed it. So I just want to wait till tomorrow to do that. But I do want to talk about ancestors. This is something that everyone should understand the concept. Ancestors are ones who were here before. That's no longer here with us, who perceived us in death. And all melanated cultures have a belief in ancestor, what it is, and how it works. And it's crazy how, last 10 years, for some reason, melanated people start really dissing the dead. Ancestors are ones who were here before us that's no longer here. These are people we know, people we had experiences with. And an ancestor practice, when we pay homage to the ancestors, we understand that people who know. We understand that energy is not destroyed, only transferred. So we understand we can tap into that energy. That's why me personally, I never speak on no one's dead, because I understand that energy should be left at rest. There's the reason why we say rest in peace. That energy can also be vengeful, just like it can be helpful. If you fuck with the wrong ones and they tap into that energy, if you believe it or not, bad things start happening to you. Nothing ever really came good off of disrespecting the dead. Nothing ever came good out of it. So no, I don't play with the dead. I don't play with it. And as a culture, we shouldn't. As a people, we shouldn't do that. Not in music, not online, not in real life. Allow ancestors to rest. And an ancestor ain't just somebody old. It's the ones who were here before us. Energy is not destroyed, it's only transferred. What up, Rose? It can be a kid who passed away and gone on a journey. It can be a kid. We got to do better. It's like we find new lows. The dead ain't safe. Our kids ain't safe. The women ain't safe. What is safe? What's safe now? Me growing up, even in the street, you didn't mess with the old people. You ain't mess with the kids and women. Anybody else can get it, though. We had codes. We had rules. We had morals, values. Somebody out. Y'all call them ops now. Somebody out. You get your op out with the family, with the kids, with the wife. You don't bother them. You get a pet. Nowadays, that ain't people shooting up people with kids on the car, shooting up houses with families in it. Was it Honeycomb Brazy? They went for his grandparents, and there's no casualties in war at all. There's no casualties, so I understand that. But what I'm saying is, why stoop so low? It's like, why stoop that low? Where we hurting kids and old people and women. We dissing the dead. Like, we have no pride. And they tell us pride is dangerous. Anything is dangerous. It's how you use it. Anything. They sell Tylenol all over the counter. Take a whole bottle and see what happens. It's how you use stuff. But if we had some pride, guess what? A lot of this stuff wouldn't go on. A lot of it wouldn't go on. Anything can be dangerous if you don't know how to use it. A gun is dangerous in the wrong hands. In the right hands, it's a tool. Simple. It's no longer a weapon, it's a tool. Unfortunately, this internet it gives too many people access to too many people. It really do. This internet gets too much access to too many people. And you get the wrong person on here, it can cause damage. You know, information, information is power. All right, so it's how you even use information. How are you utilizing it? I hear, like, even if you go in a conscious community, these are spiritual and religious people with a lot of information, but what are they doing with it? Like, people study this stuff their whole life to just come debate people, to just show people how smart they are, not to make society better, to show people how smart they are. It's what you do with it. A lot of the people don't even practice what they didn't learn. Because if they did, you'll see a difference in them. And I only say that because I practiced it. I practiced a lot of different religion and spiritual beliefs, and I took what was valuable out of all of them, and I use it. A lot of the other stuff, to me, is not useful, so oh well. But I can honestly say, people seem to change in me. It's not me saying I change, it's people telling me I change. Is what really, and even though people said I'm still working on myself, I'm constantly working to that divineness. Because temptations, we go through shit every day. Every day. So I can be, it only take 1 second, literally takes 1 second for me to throw away everything that I built myself up to. Take 1 second. One individual. So it's a constantly working, constantly grinding to not only become what you desire, but to maintain it, to stay there. And there's gonna be different things thrown at you. This is what discipline kicks in. This is where self-confidence kicks in. Everybody got a worldview or standard on how things should be or how things should go. Everybody got that. That's why I always say there's no one way. But we at least got to get on code. We should have standards. And kids, old folks, women, and the dead should be left at peace. You know? And like I say, even when I say women, we all should have a standard. I don't believe every female is a woman. Like on the video talking yesterday, I can't protect someone who constantly put themselves in a position to need protecting. I'm not doing it. I don't think I hate to sound cold, but I just don't think I think that's asinine to try to protect someone who constantly needs protection. Keep putting themselves, at some point, that person got to realize that it's not the people the problem, it's you the problem. And if people keep running to their rescue, they'll never realize that. They'll never realize that. I was just sitting back thinking, I was talking to my wife. Ever since I've been doing this podcast, she's been asking me more questions. I never really never really talked about like things I seen growing up, or things I did growing up. Never really talked to her. Like she know things, but um, I wanted to leave all that in the past. But the past get a funny way of creeping into the present, right? So she knew some things. She heard stories from friends and family, but she's beginning to understand why I am the way I am. You know, I don't seek peace because I'm soft or I seek peace because I've been through so much shit. That's why I seek peace. It's not the fact that I'm soft. It's not the fact that I'm non-violent or any of that. Is when you experience pain for so much and you find joy, you stick with the joy. A lot of us, we had, even if you had a good childhood, you had traumatic events that happened, when you was a child, when you was a kid, when you was a teenager, young adulthood, even now, we all go through traumatic things. And at some point, we all desire pain to go away. But then when you realize that you're the cause of most of your pain, your bad decision making, your lack of judgment, and that can involve just being around the wrong people, being in the wrong environments. Once you realize that you the cause of all this and you find a way out of it, you've you understand how not to get into it. You understand how to stay away from it. And that's what I've done. I just stay away from it. Not because I'm afraid, not because I'm weak. It's because simply I just don't want to deal with the shit. Like, why? Life is already fucked up. So why put more fucked up shit on my plate? And some of us do that. What up, though? Some of us put shit on our plate we don't even want to eat. And I'm still trying to figure that out. Is that like self mutilation? Like, do we like to cause ourselves pain? Because I know in instances I did. I fucked with people I know I shouldn't be fucking with. I went places I know I wasn't supposed to. Then when shit happened, I'd be like, damn, that was fucked up. But I know the shit, there was a possibility because of the position I was putting myself in. I knew that shit, and I did it anyway. So now when I when I see people going down that path, I steer away from them. I steer away from them. But that's just me and my story. But um, yeah, I don't fuck with the. I'm just certain things I don't do. I don't fuck with the kids. I don't fuck with the dad. I don't fuck with women. I don't fuck with the old folks neither. But this is the thing. In war, there's casualties. In war, there's casualties. Everybody, down to the pets, can get it. And I think a lot of people don't understand that um, when they engage in combat, the only rule is the rule of survival. That's the only rule when you engage. And that's in the street. Um, and that's in war. You can say the Geneva codes and all that shit, but at the end of the day, the only rule is when you engage is survive. And sometimes you gotta stoop down and go to the dirtiest or the lowest of the lows to do so.
Yo, what up, bro?
What up, bro?
I be trying to tell motherfuckers that on this app, right? That you know what I'm saying? When somebody feel violated, you can't tell them how to react once you violated a person. So I always get an example. You say my neighbor egged my car, but I take my AR-15 and shoot everybody in his house, even the goldfish. Can't nobody
Yeah,
say I'm no wronger than him because he violated my peace. And I be telling people that on here because they'll fuck with you, and then when you go ape shit, they claim you went too far. What is too far? It ain't no legislation once you cross somebody. Ain't no bylaws. You know what I'm saying?
bro, this is that's what I tell people. Like I understand what people try to say, but there's no rules of engagement when it comes to war. Every like me, bro. That's why I am like this because I know I'm willing to go to extents that other people ain't to keep, like you said, it's about peace. And if you try to take mine, and it's not even about hate with me, and that's the scary thing, bro. It's not about hate. It's the fact that I love myself so much. I'm not gonna allow nobody to take away from me what I obtain, and that's my peace. So I might have to become. Think about this: the Bible, right? Think about this. When people piss God off, He destroyed the world.
Mm-hmm.
You had a group of people pissing God off, and He destroyed the world. He destroyed whole cities for a group of people. He didn't care about who else was in there. It was a group of people in there that pissed him off, and He demolished it.
Right.
You know, even in war, they dropping bombs on kids. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And
Anytime you have war, it's gonna be collateral damage. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Dubs, what up, bro? My bad, bro.
Now you good. I was just thinking. It's funny that you brought that topic up because that's something I harp on all the time with these people. Because a lot of these people, like the men on here, they claim you can tell they coon boogers. Not all of them, but the majority are just old people, older people, or just men who ain't out that mob. So they hopping on the computer trying to, reinvent themselves into some street thug that they never been in their life once they get on here. But you know who's who. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't be fooled. So miss me with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm done. So I be trying to tell them like when you violate somebody, expect the unexpected, expect the worst. You can't say because you threw a cup of juice on this man car when he come and say it, and that man come back and throw a grenade in your house and blow you and everybody else to smithereens. Can't nobody say that man went too far. How?
right. What up, Queen? What up, Perp? And you know what? I tell you, the best thing that ever happened to me was getting hit in the fucking mouth. And then I realized I just can't say what I want to anybody. That was the best thing that happened to me. And I can tell, what up, Kenny? I can tell a lot of people they ain't been punched in the mouth before. You know, I can tell that. I can tell, like you said, a lot of people ain't been through shit. Like I don't know if you heard the story about when my little brother he egged this dude's
Yeah,
house.
you told me the other night, but you can repeat it again for the people who just
It's
coming in who might don't know.
my little brother egged this dude's house, and he ran home. He ran back to the house, and at the time I was living with my mom. And when he ran home, he telling me people coming over with guns. So I go outside, and I got a little thumper on my side. People pull up. My man looked at me. He was familiar with me because you know he was familiar with me. So he was like, "Hey man, uh, that's your little brother." I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "Hey, my mama house." So I gave him the fair one. And that's just politicking because what he did, them dudes, if they didn't have no respect for me, they could have shot my mama house up just for my brother egging it. You can't tell someone or expect someone to respond a certain way when you do something. You can't because it's not like that. That's not reality. You can step on. So I just seen people step on people's shoe And the dude said, "Hey, bro, you ain't gonna say excuse me." And the first word out of his mouth was "fuck that." He couldn't even finish his sentence. His shit was all across the wall.
Yeah, that's how it be, bro.
And see, that's what I tell. What up, Papa? That's why I tell people, man. You don't know who you running into or what extent a person is willing to go through. Some people have nothing to lose and they ready to crash out. You know.
Uh, and that's what I always keep in mind, that I don't know the other person's state of mind. Some people be looking for a reason to blow somebody head off. You know what I'm saying? Plus, on
Yeah.
top of that, on this app, the first sign, right, that I can tell a nigga is not really a man with principles and know how to carry himself a certain way, to have manly etiquette, is that when you talking to a nigga over, they think talking louder than you and over you makes them brighter and tougher than you on this app. It's the weirdest shit. When I be telling these niggas, like, man, if y'all niggas was up and sing with me, or Danamora, or whatever you want to call it, and in the yard or on the chair, the day room, and niggas is sitting talking, and you walk up and cut men off while they talking, or you trying to over talk a nigga, your teeth will be in the floor. Niggas don't play that shit. I be telling them the word that a lot of you niggas, if y'all would just had to do a small prison stint, it would teach y'all etiquette as a man, because you would learn the hard way. Because a lot of shit you can get away with on the computer and on the streets. And there you can't get, you gotta conduct yourself like a man.
Yeah. And see, I never been to, I never been to prison. I had locked down for a couple days, but never
And
been to
shout out
prison.
to you for not going and shit. I wish I never went.
You know, and it's like I said, I'm blessed. I'm graced. You know, I was lucky. I had people above me who taught me how to move, and I listened to them. You know, I listened to them. But I tell people this too. Like like growing up, bro. Like, and I'm in Detroit, so
Mm.
I used to get frustrated when dudes get loud, and I stopped listening. And then you get to a point where you just want them to shut up, and you just hit them. I was
Mm-hmm.
one of them dudes. I wasn't one of the dudes who talk. I used to have boys arguing, and just them being loud used to frustrate me, and I just go hit the loudest one,
But know what's
even if
crazy
they.
though? You never been to prison, but you carry yourself with the correct etiquette. Like anytime me and you talk, it's manly discourse. We respect for each other. We don't get loud with each other. We don't over talk each other, and that is a virtue. Everybody don't have that in them. That's some shit you got to work on. You know what I'm saying?
And I say this too about I grew up around real killers, bro. So it's like I had to carry myself a certain way. Um, like you couldn't like when you I grew up around men like OGs. So I could a lot of times I couldn't even talk, you know, unless I was talked to.
Mm-hmm.
So I grew up, even though they was street, they still helped me understand reality. You know, a lot of the principles that people say they grew up with, older people, I grew up with the same one. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm in a room and something going on, I got to be quiet and keep my eyes open, head on the swivel. I couldn't joke around. I couldn't play. Um, I had to pay attention to what was going on because in a split second things can go left. And a
Mm-hmm.
couple times it did. And you got to be ready. So and that's why I say it's like I don't glorify none of it because I don't feel no one should have to go through it. But at the same time, it taught me, and it groomed me to what I am now. And that's what I tell people: like, just don't don't pop your gums. You gonna fuck around and say something to the wrong person at the wrong time. But that's I know what I'm capable of. I know how far I'm willing to go, and I know it's people out here who still about that life and go will take it further than I'm willing to go. That's why I just don't go out fucking with people. I don't understand that on this app, man. People just go fuck with
Fucking
people.
with people, thinking that's how you
Yeah,
grow a channel, right? That shit's stupid, bro. But they don't know. Trolling people and being disrespectful to people, that's the old way to gain subscribers. That shit played out because what happens, you will get a rush of subscribers of messy motherfuckers, disrespectful motherfuckers just like you. But then this app is big, so once you get them couple hundred, you should have stopped and you'll be stuck right there. Now all the masses is majority people who carry themselves a certain way. They see what you built your channel off and what you're about. They ain't gonna fuck with you. So now you stuck at 1,000 subscribers for 5 years. You know.
Hey, do me a favor, bro. Go ahead and keep building. I just gotta grab my wife a water.
All right, go ahead, go ahead. Oh yeah, bro, it's crazy. Another thing I want to speak on is that a lot of people don't know that. What up, Dave? A lot of people don't know that is a such thing as being qualified to speak on shit. Everybody is not qualified to speak on a said topic. So, in the hood on YouTube,
But I'll do it
people
tomorrow.
think because they see somebody else speaking about something that gives them the right to speak about it also, or because somebody made it public or for everybody's consumption, that makes give them the right to speak on it. No, it don't. You shouldn't speak on shit that you don't have knowledge of, or speak on shit that doesn't concern you. You can give your opinion, but don't get too invested. You know what I'm saying? And I know in the hood for sure, there's a lot of niggas that lost their life, right? Niggas could be sitting in the barbershop and see one nigga talking about a murder that just happened in the hood. And because he saw that nigga talking about it, he feel like he can join in the conversation and go around the hood spewing the same rhetoric about the shit. And boom, his ass dead for talking. And people will say, well, why the other nigga ain't dead? Because maybe that nigga had a dog in the fight, or maybe just that nigga was qualified. Certain people can speak to certain things, certain people can't. And niggas don't realize that.
And see that's why even on here you would hear me say, "Oh, I can't." That ain't my story to tell. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because there's other people involved, and like I said, I don't endorse street shit no more. I try to steer people away. But once you involved in that, um, you kind of gotta. I mean, you out of the street, but you still gotta abide by them rules because you played in them, and that should have
Mm-hmm.
come back and haunt you. And that's what I'm saying. Like, people on this app who want to play gangster, who never lived that life. Well, shit, that's what like the three dudes from Detroit, man. Not like even that. Like I done learned some stuff, talked to my people, and even that I'm not speaking on that shit because it ain't had nothing to do with.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not putting myself in a position where I say one wrong thing, somebody see the video, and it's not even about me. It's about my people too.
Right.
I got to be responsible for them.
Right.
But I say this about that. Them boys, one of them boys was playing with people he shouldn't have been playing with. You think you cool because you know somebody, like you locked up, like you experienced this. You been to jail. I
Yeah.
haven't, but you go there, you get cool with somebody,
Mm-hmm.
and then you come out. It's a different life from in there and out there.
Oh, yeah,
And
yup.
since you was cool with them in there, you think now that you out, it's the same thing, and it's not.
Nope. And
You see what I'm saying?
a lot of niggas trick put themselves in the trick bag like that. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you a perfect example of that. If you and a nigga around your way was beefing and y'all been shooting at each other trying to get each other, but then y'all both catch a prison sentence and y'all upstate and y'all it's just you and him from around y'all neighborhood and y'all don't know nobody else or clicked up with nobody else, you'll see niggas who beefing with each other on the streets click up together in jail for the sake of survival to make it through
Yeah.
the sentence and come home and then get back to it once they get out. I have seen shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But you exactly correct, bro. In prison, the camaraderie you got while you in there, it don't extend to out on the street. You know what I'm saying? You can never trick yourself into believing that. And a lot of dudes get put in a trick bag like that. Niggas who got money be locked up with a nigga for 2 years, mates with him, and get comfortable and get them letting the nigga know all this business. Next thing he know, he telling the nigga he catching 30 birds a week from Poppy and them when he get home, like he was when he was home. And he, boy, you want to join the team? And when the nigga come home and think he ready to do business and help the nigga got his ass duct tape and you know, ready send him to sleep. You know what I mean? For his bricks. Yeah, so you right though, bro.
Man, bro, I'm telling you, like, just like even my brother telling me stuff, my people telling me stuff about in there. I'm like, it's different. Ain't no guns or nothing like that. You gotta have them hands.
Mm-hmm.
And they be like, oh, bro, you would be straight in there. Like, no, I wouldn't, bro. You put me in a cell, I'd turn into an animal. I wouldn't get out. I wouldn't. I know I wouldn't get out because I'd be in survival mode and I know how I was in the street. So I know I wouldn't have been good in there. And that's why I do everything now to stay away from that shit, bro. Like I do everything now to stay away from it. But that's what people, especially on this app, you know. And like I said, I'm not glorifying it, but it's rules and regulations. That's not a life that you want to live.
Nope.
It's not. And people trying to play that. You don't do what they say. You don't play boxing. You don't play street, man.
Right.
You do not play with that shit. 'Cause, I mean, if you like your memory is intact, like every city is different. I can only speak from Detroit, Detroit shit, and then even, bro,
No,
I
I
could
got you.
tell, I could tell when people experience shit and when they didn't, and that's what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying. Because like even coming on here, acting tough, like where I'm from in the city, bro. When you act tough, people test you. People want to
Mm-hmm.
see how tough you are. If you claim that you gangster, they will be like, okay, let's see how far you willing to go. And like I said, it's crash out dummies. They willing to walk up to you and introduce you to Satan, bro.
Mm-hmm. That's some real talk, bro. But
It's people when you play that, they want to see. And if you listen to that video and them dudes was like, no, man, I'm talking about black ops in real life. And you playing, you in a room full of gangsters playing. When he said that, it hit me different, bro. Like
mm-hmm.
that dude didn't understand what he was saying. And I'm not even saying they had anything to do with what happened, but they were telling him, like, bruh, you in a room full of gangsters and you playing. Like, don't do that. Don't play
Mm-hmm.
with us.
Yeah, that video was crazy, bro. I looked at that shit a couple times that night after you had sent it to me. Oh, I saw that, man. They did they arrest anybody else?
They just got that 115-year-old last I heard.
And they got a
But
nigga
no, it
in
was somebody
Tennessee.
who was in Tennessee. Yeah, the
Yeah,
dude who
yeah.
was in
They said
Tennessee.
they charged him with the shit. They charged the 15-year-old. They holding him for the stolen car and some other shit, and it's trying to see if he connected to it. But I know the 15-year-old. This what I believe happened. The 15-year-old was down with the crew. He was the little nigga in the crew. They gave him the truck to go burn up, and he went joyriding in it, and he burned it up and got pulled over in it and locked up. And he told on that nigga down in Tennessee because the information came in too fast. After they arrested Shorty, like that same night, they said they got some nigga in Tennessee. So you already know what that was about.
I ain't gonna say you right, but I can't say you wrong if you know
Yeah,
what
but
that
I'm just using.
means.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. But I'm just using 1 plus 1. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That theory, like it only would make sense. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like more dominoes gonna fall. But I want to know what was the exact motive about the shit. It'll come out in the news eventually. But that's crazy. Them dudes had to lose their life. Rest up to their soul. You know what I'm
I'm,
saying?
I'll say this too: if more come out, then you'll see more. If more come out about what happened, it ain't gonna be good. It's not. It's not gonna be good for people.
Right.
Uh, some things, you know how street shit is. You
Mm-hmm.
know, sometimes when things end, it's best to not try to uncover why, because when you do that, more shit happen.
Yeah, I
More
got
people start falling. So I hope it just stop where it's at now,
you. Mm-hmm.
because what I can't even. I'm not even gonna say that, but yeah, I just hope the stuff. I say this, you ain't, bro. You gotta when it comes to street shit, ain't ain't nobody. You ain't cool with nobody.
Right.
When it comes, you shouldn't play with people. You shouldn't test people. You shouldn't tempt people because, like I said, you fuck around and fuck with the wrong one, and that person got they call it clout now. We call it stars and stripes.
Hmm.
People live that street shit. That shit
Right, like a
is like
religion.
religion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like a religion. Yup.
it's religion, man. You live by it, and it's codes. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not glorifying none of this. I'm just telling you what it is.
Hmm.
It's a way of life, and you fuck with people' way of lives. Um, shit like this happen. Shit like this happen, and then like I hear people on here talk about leave it YouTube. Like, bruh, that's not reality, man.
Right.
You can't just and you don't know who on here. You don't know who on here got mental issues. You don't
Right.
know who on
Right.
here got I was playing a game. I got a homeboy. He went to he was a nerd in high school, and I used to protect him. And the boy worked for the NSA now.
Hmm.
And I was playing a video game with him. I was playing Black Ops with him.
Hmm.
And this dude was talking all this shit to me. And he texted me, was like, "You want to see something funny?" I'm like, "Yeah." He told me to open up my laptop. And he started talking to the dude. And I don't know how he did it, but he hacked into my man's computer and had his webcam on. Started telling my man all his information about his mom, his dad, his sister, and the
Damn.
dude got offline. He ended up calling the dude. Was like, "This is why you don't fuck with people." He wasn't gonna really do nothing, but he was showing them like you can't be touched, and that shit fucked me up.
That's crazy, bro. Damn. I would have got offline too, quick. Like,
But
what
that's what I tell you. Don't know who people know and who got love for people.
the fuck? Hmm.
You might not be in the same state, but they people might be in your state.
Hmm.
What what was that the dude in New York? They said they attached him to Hassan Campbell when he went on that.
Oh, you talking about the older bald head guy that went on the subway and shooting all them peoples and threw a grenade? Yeah,
Yeah,
I forget his username on here. His channel's still up too. He in the conscious sector.
it's people on here like that, bro. Like they can wake up and lose everything tomorrow and just say fuck it. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? You don't know what people mental state in. So to me, it's just easier to to be peaceful. That's just to
Hmm.
me. It's just easier to be peaceful. Um, but like I said, I don't like even when I first started watching you, people were like, "Oh, he doing this, he doing that." The first thing I said, I watch everything, and I'm like I don't want to bring boy name up, but I was watching something with you and another cat, and
Hmm.
you kept telling them like, "Bro, leave me alone, leave me alone." Like I'm not talking to you. Like she telling you not to defend her, and then the next thing you know, you went
Oh
ape
yeah,
shit.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Next thing you know, you went ape shit, and then people like, "Oh, he going too far," and I'm like, "This dude was asking him for literally 7 minutes. I was counting to leave him alone,
Right,
and now,
man.
and now he said something off the wall, and y'all talking about, and I'm like, what? How does that work? Like you can't say something to me, and when I hit you in your mouth, and I keep hitting you until you stop moving, you be mad at me, talk about I went too far.
Right.
Like I gave you multiple warnings to leave me alone, and you kept fucking with me. And then I start watching a lot of other stuff, and I'm looking like what they don't understand is this man don't talk to all women like that,
Well, I
you
don't.
know.
I'm glad you know that, bro. I'm glad you know that.
And I say this, I don't look at life or look at people like I wouldn't do that, so they shouldn't do that. I don't look at life like that. I look at life in reality. Like, okay, you can't expect how people react or respond, but I respect the fact that I respect warning shots, because we don't know how, if you don't know someone, you don't really know how to interact with them. So if someone tell me like, hey, bro, that ain't cool, I'd be like, all right. And that's just respect, towards one another. But if I keep doing something and they go off the wall, I can't be mad at them.
Right. And I was taught like this by, my uncles, my dad, and OGs on the block and OGs I've been locked up with, right? Whereas though when you engage, you avoid war at all costs. But if you have to go to war, then you make sure you annihilate that person. You leave them no out, because if you do, they can get up and that's why the same premise of cutting a snake head off. You want to make sure that motherfucker dead. So I'll be trying to tell niggas, leave me the fuck alone, man. Like, I don't really want to be arguing with these niggas, but I learned, I'm noticing that I'm getting better with impulse control, because that's all it be, is that I just say and think later. But yeah, I'm starting to be able to laugh at these niggas more, bro. Because one nigga, right? He lived not that far from me, and I done said his name, and you probably even know who he is. Because y'all talk about some of the same things, like um, you know, our heritage and shit like that. Um, he lived probably like 10 minutes from where I'm at right now. So when I first came on, I'm thinking when niggas say they gonna do something to you, da 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 da, I'm thinking they really mean it. I ain't know it was this damn much pump faking going on. Now I know, but I was on Lonnie shit chilling, and this nigga like her, but she was liking me, but I ain't had no control over that. So he was kept throwing shots at me because he liked her, but wasn't getting no attention. But she was liking me. You know what I'm saying? A couple other women over there. So this nigga said some shit about, boy, I know who you is, where you be at. Da, 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 don't make me pull up. So I said, where the fuck you at? So he told me the two cross streets. I was on here 2 in the morning, bro. I left out. You can ask her. I left out, grabbed my shit, and went right there looking for this nigga. It was empty as a motherfucker. So I hit the nigga on Instagram from in the car. I said, where the fuck you at? Come on out. This nigga put laughing emojis and then called me laughing, saying, bro, I was just joking. I told him straight up, don't play with me like that, bro. I don't know you. You don't know me. You know what I'm saying? But from that point on, I noticed a lot of these niggas, man, they don't want no trouble for real, dog. They just trying to run their subscribers up at your expense. Know what I mean?
You, you know what, bro? When I was younger, we was at a party. We was at a house. We do a lot of there's a lot of house parties in Detroit. Like we call them
Mm-hmm.
basement parties. And this dude was trying to hit on this girl. Another dude took the girl, started embarrassing him, and dude was like, I'll fuck you up. He was like, you ain't gonna do nothing. And he was clicked up. Dude was by himself. He said, all right, I'll be back. So we chilling. Dude come back down the stairs and just start letting go, bro. Just start letting go. And from that day forward, when anybody said something like that, nah, bro, I'm not giving you the opportunity, a chance to do anything. I don't take me personally. I can't take threats lightly because of the
Right.
experiences that I had in life. If someone say they go do something, and especially if it's um like have to do with me losing my life, I'm straight, bro. I can't allow that. That's just how I am, and through my own personal life experiences. That's why I don't play with people. I do
Because
not.
guess what, bro? When somebody threaten your safety or your life, you can't guess wrong on that. Because if you
No.
guess wrong, that could mean put you in a casket. So
Yeah.
you got to deal with it as if they serious, even if they joking.
And see, that's why, like, when I come on here, I know the type of person I am. Like, if somebody on here tell me I'll pull up to your house and I got a ring doorbell, and if I see you on my doorbell, I'm not opening the door. I'm putting holes through the door.
Right.
I got my family in here, my kid. I rather explain and see. I'm the type of person like this. You ever see that movie Fresh?
Mm-hmm.
I put myself in
OG
a
Bobby
position.
Johnson.
I put myself in positions to win. So I look at it like this, and all this is hypothetical. If I get into a beef with somebody on here, and they say I'm gonna see you, or I know where you live, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna tell them I'm in fear for my life. That way it's on record. So when they come and I see you on my doorbell and I put holes to the door, I'm playing bitch. I'm coming home.
Right.
Look, it's right here that he threatened my life. I seen him approaching my door. I got kids in here. I got my wife in here. I was afraid. So I did what I had to do.
And guess what?
And
Even if you tell the police that story and they don't get you off in court, you fine sitting down doing your time for what you stood on and protecting your family. Because that's how I would be.
oh bro, I got lawyers, bro.
Right. I'm just saying.
Hey,
I'm just
look,
saying. I'm just saying. The worst case
yeah,
scenario, even if the lawyer, can't get you out of it, and they say, "Well, nah, well, I just got mentally prepare myself and go ahead and sit down." But I got you more times than not. You gonna beat that 90% of
look,
the time. But bro,
that,
I'm ready to hop down in the bushes because I got company downstairs, and she been down there for a second. I'm ready to take the laptop down there and listen to you while I'm sitting beside her and shit, so she won't get bored. But tomorrow, today at 11:30 a.m. because it's past 12. I think. Let me see something. Yeah. It's 2:20. So at 11:20 a.m., I'm doing a show. I don't know if you know, but I'm half Dominican, half black. My dad Dominican, and I visit there a lot. Like in the summer, I'm going June 9th around my birthday time. Visit my grandmother, my dad, and I'm gonna vlog on here too when I'm there. But it ain't gonna show the resort side that you see on TV. You gonna see the actual, yeah, the hood. You gonna see what it's really like in Dominican Republic. It's just like the hoods here. But anyway, it's a big problem with child, child sex tourism from Canadians, some Americans, but not a big problem. Not a lot of Americans getting caught down there doing that, but there's a big amount of Canadians getting caught. Old ass white men from Canada and Europe, Germany, all that shit, UK, that come there to the island to have for the Puerto Plata is the exact spot where it's real prevalent at. So they taking child sex vacations. You come there, and it's crazy, bro, how that shit set up. These dudes come there, they already know the house to go through because they got like a black market for it. Whereas though you go to the house, they give you a book with the kids in there, and they range from 5 years old up to 17, girls and boys. And you scroll through the book and pick out which one you want, and there's a price tag bomb like you in a damn shoe store. And they bring the kid to you, and they come back and get the kid from your hotel room or wherever, or you stay there at their little brothel for a certain amount of time. And for pennies, for what, 20 American dollars, they allowing these men to violate these kids, not saying that the money value got anything to do with it. That just makes it even worse. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna do a show on that tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. If you got time, you and Perpetual stop over and fuck with your boy, and maybe
oh,
y'all come up and hit the link and chop it up with me. But I'm gonna play a video from a documentary that's gonna tell you about the whole shit. Good documentary too. It's like it's not even that long, like 15 minutes long. It got all the meat is packed in that little bit of time, like 12-minute video. I'm
man,
gonna
that's
tell you,
that's crazy, bro. I'm
yeah,
definitely going.
yeah, crazy, bro. And I want to bring awareness to that, bro. Like, that shit nasty is foul to a grown man to desire kids, and
Yeah,
then for these
that
men
shit.
to be,
My
yeah,
bad.
for these men, they should put a law in effect, legislation down in the DR. And I was talking to my dad about this. He laughed. I said that any man get caught under them circumstances, and it's definite proof, he get his dick cut off. Is either he take a choice, do 100 years in jail, or you get your dick cut off in the public square where everybody get together and see you chained up to something, and they cut your dick off and throw it in a trash can or a grinder. So the rest of your life, you ain't got nothing to hump with. But yeah, Perpetual come fuck with a nigga around 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. So for you, I think y'all 6 hours ahead. So it'll be something around 4 o'clock for you or some shit like that, 4:30,
They 12 hours.
11:30 a.m. for me. But
Yeah,
all
she
right, bro.
12 hours.
How
All
was
right,
you
bro.
saying?
Appreciate you coming up, bro. Rapping, chopping it up with me.
Yeah, all right, bro. If you get time, stop over there and fuck with me tomorrow morning.
For sure, I'm gonna put my alarm clock on. 'Cause I
I
try not to stay
appreciate
up
you.
too late tonight.
Different. A lot of different people come, but I like you my dog. I like when you come through and shit. And I like when you get your insight too. You give your opinion to the topic. But all right, bro. I see you tomorrow. But I'm gonna drop down. I'm gonna still be over here. I'm just going in the bushes. And all right, Perpetual.
All right, hey, make sure you put your link in the chat too, bro. So for people watching this on the replay, they can.
I got you. I'm gonna do that as soon as I drop down.
Yeah. Hey, Pop, put your link in the chat too. I think Papa would got a wrench. If not, Perp, look them up. Yeah, if y'all got wrenches or if y'all got channels, go ahead and put y'all link in the chat. I'm all about building, bro. Papa, they say your device is not connected, but I'm about to pull you up. But yeah, I want to say this too about Nation. I do want to say this. This is why I don't judge people off of other people's experiences with people, because a lot of times if you do that, you will miss out on a good person because another person had a bad experience with them. And people don't know how to interact. Like he said, I ain't got nothing but respect for people. And like I said, I watched from the back and seeing how people were interacting with him. But then I felt the vibe from him, the energy. You know, the man is intelligent. He got a lot of information. His insight is different because of his life experience, and he got something to offer. But just like I know me, I am what you allow me to be. You know, if you allow me to be what I am now, I'm heaven. But if you you can push me to a part where there's no extent I will go to protect mine. There's no extent. And that's why I don't bother people peace because I know I do ungodly things to keep mine. And that's not out of hate, it's because I love myself so much. I love my family so much that I refuse to let anybody take or harm my family. What up, Pop?
Hey, what's going on with you? Word,
Enjoy.
how you doing tonight?
I'm enjoying life, Papa Will. I'm totally blessed. I had family come over. Hey, man, I want to say salute, man. I was watching your video earlier, and I seen you out there feeding the homeless, man. A lot of people talk about stuff, but I love action, and a lot of people don't do that no more. You know, so I appreciate that, Pop.
Hey, a while, because you're right. I tried in that conversation, but like about me, man, I come from doing shit.
Yeah,
I'm a trained combat infantry killer. I don't understand telling me what we gonna do about some shit if our feet ain't hitting the ground and getting it on. But that's one of the things I try to do, man. Because like I was telling you, right outside the fence where I live, man, they got tent city going out there, and the cops just come along 2-3 times a week, sweep out the trash, wash down the street, wash all the shit and piss away. But those people are still there, and then across the street is a homeless shelter. So why is it that there's tent city outside of a homeless shelter that's around the corner from a homeless shelter? You know.
yeah,
Now, if I wasn't a street type person, should I shut up and let you comment, or can I get this out just as a platform to get a conversation going
yeah. We
since you
chit
mentioned
chatting.
it?
Ain't no
I'm from
topic.
the
We
street,
just
man.
chit chat.
I know. Okay. I know that the only reason why a person would be homeless on the street is because that's where they want to be. Aside from the mentally ill that can't factor in their brain to be inside. But even them know, grab my blanket, grab my shit, head up the street. So there's consciousness going on even in them, you know. So it's a bigger matter because I don't know how it is right now in Detroit, What's up, Nate the Great? Nate out there working, making sure the homeless people stay out of the building that he working in. I bet you. But I don't understand. I know every time I've been homeless is after I got out of jail. You lose everything when you go to jail, unless
Yeah.
you left a wife holding down. I left a business associate. Man, she took every fucking thing I had.
Nate
Even
the
found my
Great in the
debit card
building.
and spent my fucking disability money every that I want to have to give back. But she didn't ever bring me nothing to jail. She didn't bring me no money on my books. She just you know. So that was that last time. I was 60 years old, man. So I'm telling everybody that think they got some little sideways stupid idea about being hip till you die. Go right ahead. Who am I to tell you don't stop smoking crack when you're 40 years old? I can't tell you that. I can't. I can tell you that talking shit to people can get you fucked up.
As
I
he,
can tell you
as he
that.
popped up.
You
Hey, man.
I always got that comedy in there, man, on that hard ass truth,
Hey,
don't
that's
I?
what's needed. That's what's needed, though. That's what's needed. Hey,
But
did
it's
Nick
just part
do
of
a
me,
show?
man.
Did Nick do a show today? I didn't see something from Nick today.
I was looking all day for Nate
Oh, he
going
can't do
live,
nothing
man.
for a
I
week.
didn't.
He
I
just
missed
said
it. If
that
he went live, man, I missed it. Oh,
they gave him a strike. He can't do a show
he
for a
what?
week. He just said they gave me a strike. He can't do a show for a week. Well, bro, this is a platform
Oh,
too. So
oh,
if you got to, hey Nate, you already know, bro. If you can still get the message out, bro. I fire this up and drop down and let you rock. Because yeah, we need that, bro. That's needed. So just hit me up and let me know. I fire it up and I'll drop down and let you rock out. Um, yeah. So you got this platform. Um, yeah, that like I said, just hit me up. I fire it up.
yeah, man.
You come up and I drop down. Yeah, I was looking like Nate ain't on because I had woke up late and then I had
There
people
you
over
go
all
with
day.
the kid, Nate.
Music straight. Getting people pregnant in Club Nate. They got a strike. Feds came in and shut them down for a week.
That's what got him a strike is getting them girls all pregnant up in Club Nate with that church symbol out front.
Hey, see,
Because
hey, Pop.
I've had two strikes, man, since you know me.
Yeah.
I,
Let me ask you this, Pop, because I consider you an elder
say what?
OG, right? I said, let me ask you this, because I consider you an elder, like an
Thank you.
OG, right? So, I don't know, like
Mhm.
I don't know, like growing up. I know you was in the military, but did you see like the way the street is now? What's the changes like? Because when I was growing up, it was like a honor and a code, and nowadays, like people play gangster, they play street. You know, um, like where I'm from, you lose your life playing with you. You lose your life. It wasn't nothing to play with. And I know back in the day they had real gangsters like
Um,
OG.
yep. I was born in the middle 50s. 10 years later, in 1964, I was 10 years old, man, and nobody knew what owning a gun was. I went all the way through till I was 20 years old, and I ran away from home to get away from the potential that I would have to kill somebody because people were starting to carry guns, shooting at people. That's the most bitch ass thing I ever saw, as an adult. Was a motherfucker with a gun shooting at people and fuck around and hit an innocent bystander. Shooting at, I don't want to get you striped for using too much cursing, man. So let me calm down and use my white voice. Yeah, when by the time, in in 1974, cats were starting to come back from Vietnam and stuff, and the older cats were, smuggling guns and things and back. But then J. Edgar Hoover, a black man disguised as a white man, thought it the smartest thing he could do to destroy black people was to weapons to people in Southern California and dope to the rest of the country because he was greedy. And that upflux of guns on the street took away all sense of responsibility. Like the way I grew up, man, if you shot craps, if you was a crap shooter, let me just start with that first, because that was my upbringing. If you shot craps, there was no jiggy jacking in the game, and we always was in a secluded position, like you couldn't walk up and rob the crap game, except for when I was in the 8th grade. These cats, all the gangster types, was all up in the boys' bathroom shooting craps, and one motherfucker came in there and caught them with their hands down and their heads down, robbed the whole crap game. Then they want to start walking around the auditorium with a face rag over their gun, like that made them a real man, and it didn't, because if I had wanted you, and I know you got that gun, I'd have grabbed you, stuck you in your neck with my knife, killed your ass, and took your gun. You shit about you no gun. It's the way I was brought up. So I don't carry guns because guns are for shooting people. And I'm a trained shooter from the streets. I would not shoot at you. I would never shoot at a person because there's certain ranges on certain weapons that if you're outside that range, you're not doing them but running a risk of hitting an innocent person. I know that. I told you I was putting my white man voice on. Innocent bystanders, I think more innocent bystanders have died, man, than the person
that you actually aim
shooting. I'm shooting at you, and we both shooting at each other. And then you hear the scream, and you happen to look over, and there's a person that got hit by one of us. It didn't have nothing to do with what we was doing. I think that is wholly disrespectful to our existence. I hate the fact that black on black crime still hasn't been resolved. That's why I said I left and went and joined the service, man, to go to Vietnam and kill Vietnamese.
Oh man, but see, that's like when you was talking about the crap game. I mean, I can tell you a story. We sitting in my boy backyard shooting dice. Dude got hit and left. But that's normal. Somebody lose their money, they get mad and leave. About 30 minutes later, dude come back, rob everybody.
Mm-hmm.
We had our heads down, like you said. It's two people with guns. One of them had a handgun, another one had a chopper. When you see that chopper, you realize, like, it's probably 30 in a clip. It's 6 of us. Ain't no way we rushing this dude. So you just give everything up, they leave. About an hour later, my man come back and give me my money back. And I'm sitting there looking like, damn, this is my own people robbing me. But he gave me my money back. The one that shot up
the crap game?
The one who robbed the crap game.
Oh, okay. He had to make it look like you didn't know nothing about it, huh?
I didn't know nothing about it. That's the thing. That's what I'm telling you. I didn't know anything about it. But he gave me my money back. What up, son? You sleeping? Okay, go back in there. I'll be in there in a second.
No, I mean, he knew who you was. Because
right in the building.
Here's a funny story for you. What's up, Ryder? Ryder's in the building. Here's a funny story for you. It started with my mama telling me not to wear my cashmere coat that I bought to school that day. My mama boy, you talk about a witch or a witch doctor woman. My mama knew some shit, man, and she never shared it with me. I had to learn on my own how to control my powers. But anyway, I wore my coat anyway. And so on my way home, I decided to go through the way where my brother hangs out to because maybe there's a crap game going on.
Oh, go ahead. I just
And I
added
get
my
over
phone.
there, and sure enough, there's my brother and his dude with some looks. And what had happened was they had tore off the change machine and out the laundromat where they hang out at, and took all the change out of it, right? So they was looking for somebody that they could use. And I come walking along. This is my brother that's 3 years older than me, but ain't nowhere near as cool as I am. I come walking along. Him and his buddy decide they'll get me in the crap game because they know I carry dollar bills. And they could flip all this change they done stole so they don't get caught with it into dollar bills. Now, the smart thing would have been for them to come at me and say, Butch, flip me dollar bills for this change we just got out the change machine. And I'd have did that because I didn't live nowhere near that neighborhood. I could have taken all that change, put that shit in a bag, left you with dollar bills, money laundering, you know. But instead, they want to try to get me. So they want to shoot craps to try to get my money, the two of them against me, my own damn brother, right? So we go heading around between the school where I went to for 6th grade and up on the portables. You know what portables look like, right? Behind the school. We go to the portables, and this little pinhead cop follows us, right? Because he, in my brother's neighborhood, he's younger than my brother, but he's a bully over in my brother's neighborhood. Over where I live at, man, we've been waiting for you show your stupid ass up over. You're gonna get it. Like I said, I'm using my white man voice, so y'all just have to, kind of figure it out what I'm really saying over here. Is and when I saw this guy coming, I said, Billy, why are you letting that dude come, man? He's gonna try to rob y'all or something, man. He know what y'all did. And my brother's trying to shine me, right? So then we start shooting craps. Let's get down to the best part of the story. We start shooting craps. This little guy got 37 cents in his pocket. So he averaged up and lost his little 37 cents. Now, like you just said, when you broke, you're supposed to get up and get on. And like you just said, if you just lost your money at a crap game that's in the middle of the night between the portables and the schoolhouse, what's the next best thing that can happen here? Come back and rob the crap game. That's the best thing you could do. Come back, rob the crap game. So he comes back with a friend, and his friend's name just happens to be what my family name is, which is Butch. And you know how them Butch people are. They call me BB Butcher Man because I'd shoot you with my BB gun, cut you with a knife. Didn't matter. I had history. So anyway, he's gonna bring this dude back. Now between the two of them, they got maybe a quarter now. So little dude, he loses his money again, and then he tells my brother's homeboy that now he's gonna cut the dice. Now you know about crap shooting in the back room, in the alley, under the light. These ain't your dice. You can't cut them. Take your broke ass home and ask your mama for some money and come back. You don't stand here like you in charge of nothing. There's two of us against the two of y'all. But you're the one doing all the talking, and your boy Butch over there ain't got much to say. What's he supposed to be, your backup? So anyway, they let him cut the dice. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what are y'all doing here? So he cuts the dice. And then if the dice ain't yours, you could... The fair value is you could cut one crap. Dice ain't yours. Dice yours, you got to cut two because now you the house man. You got to keep everything straight besides side bets. But the point and who's qualified, and you get to cut them two craps. This little idiot head ass cocksucker, he wants to cut the dice and take two craps. So man, the dice ain't even yours. You're supposed to be done took your broke ass home. What do you think? You're going to cut enough craps to get back in this game and win our money? And you ain't going to do that to mine because, Big Pot ain't never paid Little Pot no crap game. Your little bit of money going to get sucked right the fuck up in here until you put it down here. I'm going to take every bet you want to bet. I'm taking it. And when you fall off, you better have some money left to fade me too, or else I ain't going to be nice to you no more. You're going to be there insulting me. It's the streets. This ain't playing Monopoly in your mama's room while she in the front room watching TV. This is real life out here. So, dude is cutting the craps. My brother throws a damn crap. And he cuts it. Now, that's my brother falling off, who's right in front of me. Now, dude wants to shoot the cut he just took from my brother. And I said, well, I ain't gonna fade you. Go ahead, bro. Fade this fool. So my brother faded him. And he hit him. And then he faded him again because, you're stuck. Y'all are the ones that gave this idiot the dice. Now you're stuck. Now, as long as he's bogarting my spot, then you fade him. You fade him. I ain't fading him. He said, man, call out. I said, I ain't gonna shit with you. Just shoot the dice. And then finally, this is the most messed up part. He throws a crap on his second roll. And he attempts to cut that crap. You threw the crap, now you're gonna cut the crap too? You must really think we're a bunch of bitches right here, little boy. Because where I live at, we don't like you. And where I go to school at, man, I'd fuck you up if you showed up around there. And here I come over here into my brother's house, and I know if I get you here, that's gonna be a fade on my older brother, because he ain't me. Okay, so I'm thinking, hey man, you done fell off. Pass the dice. What you got to do with it? I said, shut up talking to me. Pass the dice. And then he jumped up. He jumped up from the game. And like I said earlier, you can talk. If I'm talking and then you start talking louder than me, then I will stop talking. Because now I'm deciding whether I need to keep talking to you or not. Because the next thing you say to me, I'm going to say something to you that's going to make you shut the fuck up talking to me. Because I choose violence. Because if you ain't ready to get yourself killed out here, you need to back up. So he's just going to jump up and say, well, what the fuck you going to do about it? And jump down on that concrete, man, and came at me. I hit that boy so hard, he stumbled backwards. He couldn't get yourself. And then I'm watching my brother, his buddy, they both sitting there doing nothing. And I'm watching Butch over here. Now I got to watch everybody. And dude came at me again. I said, man, I'm not going to play with you because I'm going to hit you so hard now that I'm going to have to start kicking Butch's ass, and I'm going to beat up my brother and his buddy too. All of y'all conspiring to get me. I didn't come here to get, my mama told me don't wear my cashmere coat. So I got to show back up at home with this damn coat back on me. So I'm ready to get all of y'all. So when I hit him that second time, his partner hit me inside of my head. It didn't even faze me, man. I just looked over at dude, and when he wanted to draw back to hit me again, I said, you hit me again, I'll kill you. He said, oh, man, I'm just trying to shut up. Sit the fuck down. Then the little homie came at me again, and I popped him in his chest, and that was the end of that. Knocked all the wind out of his little body. And now I want to know why my brother got me out here in this dark-ass area with these people trying to rob me. No, but it ain't like that. And so I took off. I said, man, this shit, they come back with any more people, I better get on over to my neighborhood and get the army ready because I got 2 armies in my neighborhood. So my brother, I get home, he's still trying to think of how to get this change off of him and my dollar bills on me. So when I got home, this, if you ain't, like I said, I was a part of the Blackstone Rangers, and you ain't supposed to be going nowhere by yourself where something could happen to you. So I get home and I got this bruise on my jaw, and everybody's investigating what I look like, what's going on. Hey, what happened to you? We heard that blah, blah, blah happened earlier today down at the school, man. This dude did this to that cat and this, and what's up with you? I said, oh, no, man. He said, what's that knot on the side of you? Oh, man, I was in this crap game, man, and this dude hit me. They're like, what? Let's go. I was like, no, dude, I'm going home, man. I gotta get them. And sure enough, man, my brother, 10 minutes later, come walking through my neighborhood after I done told them I wasn't by myself and that my brother and his dude was there at the crap game. Talk about getting your brother beat the fuck up. Yup. That's what happened to old Billy. Yeah, Billy never tried no stupid shit around nowhere near me or anybody I knew after that ever again. Next time I saw my brother Billy doing anything was when we beat up the freshman baseball team in the basement outside the cafeteria near my locker when they walked up on me because he had gotten that hint. If I'm fighting and you're in the neighborhood, it's best for you to be over here fighting with me because my neighborhood will take care of your ass for not helping me. And that's my story, and I've had to stick to that for 40 years, man.
And you know what? The best teacher is life itself. You know, so that's why I tell people, uh, you can not only learn from your experiences, but you can learn from other people's experiences. That's why I like listening to OGs because I don't have to make the same mistakes that they made. My bad. I'm trying to put my son back to sleep. He done woke up. So I'm on my
Yeah,
phone and I'm probably low right now.
I see you. Yeah, I see you got two emojis going on up here. Hey, I understand. I get it, right? I've known you since I first got into this thing. It ain't a year yet, man. It's about 3 more months. It'll be a year ago that I met you. But hey, man, I get it too. I there's only certain places I go, and I get on a panel either. Like if you did lives, I wouldn't ask to get on your panel. I don't get on Amondo's panel. I don't. I like Word because I keep trying to get to him to tell me what he completely understands about Doth and Nate the Great is he's my guy, man. But Nate, Nate, Nate.
And, you
That's
know,
what Nate's my dude, man. But y'all
it,
are all grown men, Me, I'm an explorer.
Nate is the man. And say, what I know about thought is complex because thought has been through different civilizations. You know, he said to power the civilization of Atlantis. Like that's the thought is the creator of Atlantis. Thought is the word. Thought is in the Bible. They know him as Metatron. Uh, so thought is the word itself. In the beginning, it was the word.
Yeah, he's also known as the trickster and the
Yeah,
enlightener and the right to passage. He has a lot of different positions and names. Him is like one of his oldest names, but in some ancient religious sects, he was the God. The God of gods, like the way the Catholic Church uh, positions the Pope as God. Well, we all know that the Catholic Church ain't God, and he was the same way. In his sector, he was God of all transactions that occurred in his sector. But Doth is that name that he really goes by because he's the one that carries Ra, the sun above on his head in that bowl shape above his helmet
and see the deep thing, like
in Egyptian hematology.
even like I know him as his power in the words, his understanding in the words. Because like when you say he's a trickster, thought that's equivalent. If you follow Norse mythology to Loki, that's how they created Loki off of thought by
Yeah,
his being a
yeah, yeah,
and then
yeah.
even like when you talk about Kemetic or Egyptian, uh, you know the Houthi um, had different roles, throughout the different time periods. Because at first he was just a scribe, And then at one point, he was worshipped as
Yeah.
um, for the time of Osiris, because like most people don't know that Set was the original god of Egypt or Kemetic. It was Set, the one who we think is the evil one. He was actually the first god. That's why you have civilizations called Tasseti. A lot of the Egyptian pharaohs, the beginning of Egypt, they have Set in the name. And Set came before Osiris and Isis, and a lot of people don't know that. They just follow more of what they call the Golden Age or Bronze Age. They don't follow the conception of Egypt because Egypt started down in what they understand now is Tasseti, which is the father and well the parents of Egypt, and that was the southern kingdom. So yeah, it's deep. So when you talk about um, like, I try to meet people where they at with the information. And I know you got an abundance amount because you even know the different civilizations, like the Thunderbird in Native American, like in the Hopi. Understanding the Thunderbird is thought. That's the Houthi. That's the Thunderbird. You can go down. I can take you down into the Mayans and
Right.
into the Aztec lore and show you the Houthi. He was there too. That's one. Um, I can say that's one deity that has traveled throughout. Even if he's the equivalent of Krishna in the Hindu belief. And I say the equivalent because they didn't use they use animals differently than a lot of other civilizations. They use it as more of a prop than using an aspect of the animal and equating it to a human. What they did was use the divinity of the animal as a prop or as a tool in the Hindu lore. That's why you would see, um, like if you look at Krishna, you'll see the third eye, and then you'll see the serpent on around his neck. They didn't equate it. They didn't merge the two, the human and the animal instinct. What they did was use it as more of a prop or as a tool. So yeah, it's deep when you start looking at all these, and then you got to understand how they all are connected. All these religions and spiritual practices. Like I was debating Prince Hall Mason, and he asked me, "What is the equivalent of like what's the significance of the three main bodies?" And he didn't think I knew what he was talking about, and I was like, "Well, Islam is the science, Christianity is the spirit, and um, Hebrew is the flesh." And he looked at me and he was like, "How do you know the Trinity?" Like a lot of people don't understand. There's a reason why they call those the three main religions. Just like when you go over into like Hinduism and you got Taoism, and Buddhism. Them are three main bodies, but when you put them together, they all tell a story. Same thing. That's why you have to use the Bible to uh, read the Quran. The Quran refers you back to the Bible for a reason. The Old Testament, you have to know the Old Testament to read the New Testament. There's a reason for it. There's a reason why they all connected, but there's another reason why they all separated too, because that information and knowledge ain't for everybody. Knowledge and information ain't for everybody. Everybody don't need to know everything.
Yeah, that's true, man. So, I have to let you speak on this because what I know, isn't available for regular consumption at that point.
See, that's
Hey,
the
Nate, man, I'm trying not to say nothing to you about this music thing, but you keep talking about this music thing, because shit, yeah, all famous music on YouTube is copywritten. And I hit up YouTube that hey man, y'all should change that because now you got this new thing called live streaming, and that when we play popular music on our channel, you, you just don't want to pay them royalties for us you playing their music. You just don't want to pay them the royalty of us playing their music. So what you should do, what I said to YouTube, is you should get plagiarism rights to music. Give them that watch time for their music playing. Give it to them. You know how to, you can do that. YouTube. You could take the time that we play their music instead of timing us out by your fucking stupid ass robot. You could be recording the time that their particular song plays and give that watch time to them. But these people, they're not YouTubers, like they're not content producers, so they don't get nothing off that music. There ain't nothing for them to get off that music putting it on YouTube. So YouTube is just using that as a stupid ass way to go. Because in the beginning, when I first got on YouTube back in when they first started, there was no such thing as go live, and there was no such thing as use somebody's famous music in your video because nobody knew how to make videos. Only people like me that went, that was at that level knew how to make a video. I was even on TV, but now they got this music thing. Hey, but the bottom line is this to all of us podcasters, and Perp, this goes for you too, honey. YouTube has upgraded the music that they have in the audio library and have upgraded the use of copyright music. If you use copyright music over and over and over, if your show is just straight up copywritten music, that now will do that to you. Whereas before it wouldn't. But what you have to do is you have to mix that music. Like in the old days, DJs um, that knew how to mix, not fade in, but knew how to mix, could make this song talk to this song and play both songs at the same time. And it would change the rhythm of the original song. That's one way to take the song out of the algorithm because if it cannot be detected for a certain length of time that is the copyright song itself being played, then they can't strike it. The other thing is like I'm saying, they have upgraded that audio library. You just have to go through it, look at what music they have now that is quite. I mean, you've been on my shows. You see, basically, I'm playing hip hop. I'm playing West Coast hip hop. Now, the parts of that West Coast hip hop are the people that I raised in that business that got their shit all copyrighted now. You know, I have the list that says because I don't know how many people can do this, but what I'm saying is this: all the rappers that I knew coming up that was nobodies when I met them, when they get a notification that I use their song, they get told he's okay. And so I have this list of songs that says okay to use on YouTube. You know, and every day I get a wild hair up my ass and I run up that.
I didn't even know they had a YouTube friendly playlist. You have to show me that one day. Cause I only play like I only play my cousin. My cousin, he's an Atlanta rapper, so I just play his music. That's the only person
Mm-hmm.
music I play on here. Is his. Yeah, but I thought Nate was gonna pop up.
Yeah,
It's a
it's real
certain.
easy. Yeah, I was waiting for him to come on up here. In your YouTube studio, When you go to your YouTube studio, look straight across to your left. On the bottom, it says Audio Library, and there's thousands of songs in there. Wow, man! I
I'm
changed
still
some
learning.
aspects of my page, huh?
I'm still learning all this. Like I got some people coming through to help me out. With this, because like this is how I make my videos. I don't do none of that editing. I don't do none of that. I ain't really got time to do it though because, like I said, in the morning I'm with the family. With the baby. I got a newborn. I got a 3 year old. And I got a wife. And like this to me right now,
Uh-huh.
it's and so I can't invest so much time into it. So that's why I just hit live. I think of a topic and I talk and I try to share information that I accumulated over the years. And like I know, eventually, you know, the way I want to do it is like make a little video about a topic, and then later on, after people watch the video, if they had any questions or wanted to add to it or correct something, I can go live and we can do it in the live. That's my whole idea of how I want to move forward, you know, producing content on this channel because it's a lot of like information knowledge is levels. And like I was thinking about this, pops, right? I was talking to my dad earlier, and we was, just bouncing off ideas from one another. And what I noticed in life is, like, people only can, like, when you give them information, they can only download the information or simulate the information with the current information that they have. So, like, for an example, right? If if we all sitting outside and we see something come from the clouds, like a spaceship come down and hit the ground, right? If we only know or understand religion, we gonna think it's like gods or angels. But if somebody in the group has information about aliens, they will see it differently. Like, okay, these are aliens. These ain't God. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I try to kick information to people from like a level of understanding, like the most basic, minute. But I find a lot of times I get into, um, I don't like debating because when you start debating, it's more about who's right and who's instead of the information. It's not about the information; it's about who can be more convincing. So I try not to debate because I just want information out there. I don't care to be a specialist or uh, to be an authority figure in a subject. I'm just trying to share information. Uh, so I figured that's how I want to move forward. I want to make a video about a subject, and then later on in the day, have a live. So if people got any questions or want to add, or like I said, even correct me because I'm not gonna be right about everything. There's people out there that got way more information than me, and I'm not that naive or ignorant to think that I know everything. But that's my idea on how to move forward with this channel.
Well,
This
look,
is great.
we all start out at zero.
What's going on?
So, yeah,
Hey,
I
what's
was
up with you, Nate?
Chilling, karate chopping some shit while I'm playing this game over here.
you over there playing, bro. I wish I could play the game. I can't even see the damn TV no more.
Devil May Cry 5.
Love you in the building.
Say that again?
I said love you in the building. I'm trying to put my son back to sleep so I can get back on my laptop because I know my phone be low. Well, he should be sleeping. Well, what up, love you? Start beating in the building.
Love it. Nah, bro. I ain't worried about it, Pop. Let me tell you this right now. Now that I'm up here. You are not going to tell a whole grown man, and I mean this shit with the most sincerest, calmest part of my angry heart, what the hell to play and what not to play when you got other channels doing far worse than me. And again, I'm not keeping these videos on my playlist or none of that shit. What have I been saying since before I started doing any of that shit? You know I'm going to delete this shit. I'm quite sure a few people have seen me say that. Y'all know I'm deleting the live, so why y'all keep interrupting it? Don't do that. Let me be me and do what I've been doing. That's it. I ain't worried about nothing else. I don't get how you can sit here and then guess what? You want to be technical. You using their music. Are you giving them half of what they supposed to be getting for real? Let's not go there. Think a man will be on his shit, bro. Like,
And see that to me is crazy. Like how they try to they strike you for playing music, and it's like I don't know, man. That shit crazy to me. Like, and then like half of the stuff people do on this app, and you fucking with people for music. Like this society is ass backwards, bro. It's like when you do stuff to hurt people is okay, but when you do stuff to just bring people together, have fun, and enjoy life, they got a problem with that.
nah, they being huff. And you know what it is? You mad
Yeah,
because you
I think
can't
it's
copy.
messed up.
You mad because you can't copy something that's authenticated like me. I don't gotta come on here with not a near gimmick, man. I bring it like it is, and I don't care. And then when I decide I want to have my days and I'm just with the people, I'm with the people. And again, if I'm paying for something monthly, how the fuck you tell me what the hell I can and can't play? Yeah, all right, you got the right nigga. Like I will give you all sorts of hell. I don't care about that. You act like I'm keeping. I'm not doing what some of these channels do. They play the music and then keep it up on their shit. I don't do that. What do I always tell y'all? Delete the shit. I don't care about it. Even if I thought about monetization, I don't. The fuck, nigga. I got actual content, nigga. Fuck you talking about? All my peoples is legit. So what the hell could you want? No, I think y'all playing favoritisms, but it's all good. You want to fuck with certain small channels, it don't matter. You're not going to tell me what music to play when I play this shit even in my earbuds as we speak now. You're not doing that. Not doing it. That's the case. You need to change everything in your guidelines. How about you revamp those before you start fucking with a nigga like me? Right type of content creator. I ain't playing with y'all.
Like, what is the purpose? Like, how does that not meet fair use? If it's for educational or entertainment purposes, you playing music. How does that not? I don't understand. I gotta look more. That's why I don't even. It's some shit I don't do because I don't understand. I don't even know what I can. I haven't read the guidelines or nothing. I just try not to say controversial shit. But
I
I
ain't
mean,
controversial because you got some people that been playing live stream music more than 2 hours. Don't think I don't be ghost watching certain shit. That's what I'm saying. Y'all keep trying to play games. Guess what? I'm the right nigga for that.
Liz B in the building. What up, Liz?
Oh shit, she's still up. No cartwheels. I see in the chat. Good.
Hey, Liz, I fell asleep. I was so tired last night. I was watching her. I had three devices, man. Everybody was on. I had three devices on, and I had my laptop, and I fell asleep. And then when I woke up this morning, I guess it paused, and I'm like, Liz still on? And I look like, oh shit. I was so burnt out yesterday, man. But yeah, that shit crazy. It's like the freedom of speech. It is no real freedom of speech. You can't. It's freedom of speech until you say something to piss somebody off. It's like I don't know, man. This shit is ass backwards, man. It is ass
well,
backwards.
well, guess what they just did? They just made themselves a part of my content as well. Thank you, creators of YouTube. I just want y'all to know that. I'm burning that bitch up as soon as I come back. I don't care. I don't
So
get enough.
they knocked you down for a week, bro.
Yeah. Still don't matter though, because I ain't even really noticed what was what until I went to go post something this morning. I said, what the fuck? Because I really didn't pay it no attention. No, listen, I didn't pay that sucker no attention because I was already getting ready to end the live stream once I seen them say, well, damn. So I was getting ready to end it. I didn't see that they disabled the whole, it took the whole shit down. Then I got the email. I'm like, the fuck, are you kidding me? Out of here.
And you the backup channel. You get a big enough following and have a backup channel. And then, I mean, once that backup channel built, you can do music on the backup channel. Because I'm telling you, bro, you go get, I mean, what you doing, there's gonna be people who don't like. You already see you got trolls coming in, so it's eventually it's gonna be people looking for ways to keep you quiet. That's just how it is. Anytime somebody come forth speaking facts and truth and waking people up, there's always somebody out there to try to silence them. And I would put music on one channel and then keep your message on the other channel because people will try
Well,
to slow you, but they already trying to do it.
well, guess what? I'm a whole Brooklyn nigga and I don't give a fuck about that shit. Come one, come all, but your brain platters all over the world. Got nothing to do with that. I don't go out silent. Give a fuck what you talk about. We ain't playing games like that neither. I don't play games like that. You're not gonna dictate to me nothing. If you ain't God himself, you ain't dictating shit to me. Can't tell me how to move on or off the app. And if you want the problem, you can have all of that. See how that work? I'm not playing without a dead soul, son. Not one. Not even them. I want them to hear this. I already said this somewhere else. You are not gonna dictate to me nothing. I didn't come out your womb nor your nutsack. That goes for everybody. You can't tell me shit when I'm moving the way I'm supposed to be moving. Don't get bad, man.
He said, "Stop being stubborn and make another."
Nah, I'm not listening. I'm not worried about it. I'm not mad. I actually laughed at it. But just know you made yourself a part of this content as well. So don't matter.
I think that's what they copyrighted you for the Joker laugh, bro.
Oh no. And more though. You're not gonna copyright that either because that's just something that's been there. Shit. You can't be serious. Like, come on there. You're not gonna tell me nothing. Not my mother nor my father. Sorry. Not gonna do that. But my problem is, like I said, you got other people who are doing worse shit than me. Why are you talking in the smaller channels anyway? Let's talk about that. Like I said, you act like I'm keeping it on my playlist. Don't give a damn. Don't worry. It might be a bunch of backup channels, and then again, it might not be, because at some point, y'all gonna understand and just leave me the fuck alone. Let me be. Let me been doing what I've been doing. It's not even about the music. It's a principle. You act like I'm doing music all day, every day. No, nigga. I pick one time specifically during the day where I play music, but guess what? I always get rid of them shits. So I don't consider that content really. So if I'm sitting here letting my people be happy, you better let me be happy. Or I'm gonna turn real evil in this bitch. This is Shook Nate speaking to you. Ain't no Nate the Great no more. Told you got the right type of person. Please don't let me burn this establishment down. Because I'll come to love what I like here, right here. Come on now.
But see, that's the thing. I mean, I don't know if y'all noticed that about society. You know, when it's things or like the fuck shit. When the fuck shit going on, like even with the music, they congratulate it, they reward people for doing the fuck shit. But when it's some real shit, you bringing people together and spreading positivity. That's the shit they target and try to destroy.
Can't silence something that don't know how to be silent. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm loud, but I'm also aggressive. There's a difference. I ain't just loud and in trouble about it. It's not going to, again, dictate to nothing. Anything that I do, I don't care about it. What you should be aware of is the shit that you do promote. And what you should be aware of is the fact that all your guidelines don't really meet for everybody. Because if that's the case, everybody would be getting equal strikes. Let's try this again. But then again, who am I to say anything, right? Fuck out of here. I ain't even gonna wild out on your shit like this. Wait till I come back, y'all. Just know you ain't do nothing but put more extra content on your necks. So it don't matter. Should just let me continue my flow the way I was doing. Now you done messed up. I'm about to really hit you with some hard truths when I come back. So yeah.
But see, all the stuff they doing is pushing people to other platforms. You know, Twitch. I think I'm about to get into Twitch and Rumble. Rumble. I mean, Rumble is uncensored, so I can go there and talk my shit. I can really talk my shit in Rumble. Like on here, like I said, it's anything I say. Honestly, I can back it up. Like I got the information to back it up, so I don't really care. Any topic that I talk about, I got the information to back it up. I just don't like the fact that um, I don't like to be censored. Like, just let me talk my shit, and if people accept it, they accept it. If they don't, they don't. But like all this sensitive shit that we are in society now, I mean, this shit is weird. Like, people are so goddamn sensitive. They talking about canceling music because of every woman. How's that offensive to a group of? I mean, don't listen to the shit. If you don't like, if you don't like something, don't indulge in it.
Thanks. Man, listen, they just doing a little bit of everything. Like I said, till they get to the quote unquote what they want to promote as normal, they gonna do anything and everything to try to mess up every little balance there is. Like I said, everything from comic books to even the things that we love. Like, nah, we're not doing this. Y'all doing way too fucking much just to promote some other bullshit.
What you saying about that too? Like, this is what I don't understand. Why do you? Okay, look, I ain't got no beef with nobody. I don't care how nobody chooses to live their life. But why do you have to take shit common? Like, you turning well-known comic book heroes or superheroes. Now you turning them gay. Why can't you just make a gay hero and have your own shit instead of trying to take something that we grew up on? We accustomed to a certain way. Now you're trying to make another group of people feel comfortable. Like make your own shit, and then you ain't gotta. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. This shit is fucking weird to me, man.
Shit, who you telling? That's what I was saying, but you're allowed to promote fuck shit day in and day out, but you can't promote some real shit. Well, you about to be part of this promotion pack too. Oh, why y'all started with me for? And it's not being stubborn, it ain't being nothing. But again, I go like that in real time. Anybody that really know me to tell you, I'm cool until you think you dictating anything, and then I gotta cut your whole shit off, cutting limbs, neck, everything off. Don't care. Not gonna tell me what I can and can't do anyway. And if I ain't really violating no real guidelines, eat camel balls, man. What's wrong with y'all?
And then, like you said, it's people over here doing some crazy shit, and they come on here day in and day out promoting hate and violence, and they don't bother them. But somebody, oh, that's entertainment. Like, no, the shit people saying and doing. I mean, it's a violation. It's a violation, man. And I don't speak on people because, like I said, I don't do it because I don't leave myself open for it. But at the same time, like to not fuck with them and to fuck with somebody who ain't doing nothing negative, that shit crazy to me. That shit is crazy. But that
This
just
is my
shows.
thing. You mad because a nigga like me came on here, did what I'm doing, still doing what I'm doing. I could keep a crowd interested even without having to go all wild crazy. And if I do go wild crazy, it's because I'm addressing sucker shit, especially when it comes down to these whole ass trolls. But I really don't give a fuck about them. What I do give a fuck about is when you say something real stupid or illogical and think I'm not going to fucking come at you about that. That's what you got me fucked up at. Even on this app. Don't get mad when I'm really just being authentic. You mad because I'm a whole vibe. That's just it. You're mad because I'm a whole vibe and I tell it like it is and I don't back down from not a near person. Not a near one. Not even y'all niggas. Like, I'm not playing. I'm trying to see a change one way or another. Fuck what everybody else might do. Not going to silence. You can't stop greatness and you can't stop awareness and education. Again, like I said, definitely can't do that. You can try to slow down the process, but it ain't going to work. Like I said, you ain't do nothing but just keep me stored up with even more content. So don't get mad when the videos really get crazy. Thank you kindly. My bad, guys. I'm back.
Yeah, Papa, where
I'm
you go?
choosing violence against the establishment again.
I'm sitting here.
And I see what Perp said. What snacks? Always worry about some damn snacks.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, she can only say that because if you see her picture, she's all thinned out, talking like she weighed 500 pounds, eat up everything in sight. Mm-hmm.
It is all good though. Like I said, I wasn't even worried about it. I just was like, word. I said, that's crazy. I said, man, listen. I said, I done see some stuff on here that I know for a fact should have, man, listen, somebody should have lost their channel or their backup channels eons ago. But again, who am I to say anything, right? I'm just a small YouTuber. I don't even consider myself a YouTuber. I tell it like it is, and I do have a balance. I'm a content creator. I don't sit on my ass all day and look for news and none of that shit. I'm actually out and about, as y'all see in most of my lives. So that is a whole difference.
Yeah, bro. I don't even consider myself a content creator. I guess I'm more of a podcaster. I guess I just get on here and talk my shit and turn it on, turn it off. You know, eventually I do want to, make videos. I do want to form of entertainment to what I do, but ultimately I just try to spread like you do. You know, you spread awareness. I just try to share information.
Yeah.
And I don't come on here trying to act like I know it. I ain't no knock against nobody because everybody know what they know. But I share information versus trying to tell people how to live life or they should do this or they should do that. And the reason I do that is because, like, even with all these religions and spiritual practices, bro, I just take out of it what's useful to me and keep it moving. You know, that's what I do. Because a lot of that, just like martial arts, man. If you know anything about martial arts, if you try to go do karate on the street, motherfucker, you gonna get your ass whooped, man. Unless you like really person, then you got a chance. But martial
Yeah.
arts,
You better keep that
martial
shit to yourself.
arts, martial arts works in a martial arts setting. You know, if you sitting up there thinking that these same rules apply in the street, nah, you gonna get cracked over the head. Ain't no fair fighting in the street. So if you know martial arts or not, that shit is only useful if you got a high level of intelligence of it or if it's an opener. But ultimately, that shit don't work in the street. Ain't nobody, there's no rules or regulations.
I think she do want on the stacks, pops. Nah, because this
Huh?
is our whole thing. I said I think Platty does want all the stacks. I don't take nothing from her.
I bet she would too.
Uh,
Mhm.
but let's hear it, brother man.
She's got a pleasing personality.
Yeah, definitely do. Oh
Mm.
shit. All right, but that's my thing, bro. My whole thing is you can't get back as you can't. You know what it is? You try to duplicate something that you can't duplicate. You can't duplicate authentic behavior, authentic person. Period. Can't do that. What you can do is try to mess with them and think you're gonna shake their spirits. Well, I've been a high spirited person even on my lowest points. Hence why the laugh always comes out. Again, the balance will always be there. So yeah, you just made it worse on yourself, and the laugh is gonna get even worse. Choosing violence every day now. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I'm trying not to.
Is y'all up on Platty's word of the day? She got a little series on her channel. I like that. I think that's Plat. I don't know. I think I told you in the comments, but I think that's good and it's useful because that's giving people an opportunity to learn something new every day, especially when it comes to communication and vernacular. So I like that. I look forward to. I hope you do that every day because I do look forward to looking at your word of the day.
Yeah, nah, because it don't make no damn sense, bro. And I appreciate that, but it don't make no sense because this is you can't silence somebody that's just authentic like this. If you thought I was gonna beef with somebody, the only beef you're gonna see me is probably on a cooking show. That's it. And I'm not beefing with not a near person. Don't need to. And again, I'm a vibe that you can't deny. And you can't get upset without just bringing real awareness, especially for those who you trying to sucker into the bullshit. So sorry. What you want me to do? I'm back. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know, bro. I guess I come from a no different time period. I don't see the purpose of beefing online. I don't see the purpose of trying to destroy nobody. You know what I'm saying? Unless, I mean, like in real life in the street, only time you do that is when it's a threat to your life. So to come on here and to do that, I don't know, man. I don't even know if half of this shit be real. Like when I be watching people go at it, I be wondering, like, because you hear so many people talking about behind the scenes. Like I don't know if it's fabricated. I don't know if it's real. So I just stay away from the shit. But like
I
that's
can be
me.
honest with you.
Me. But
Some of
then
it is. Oops.
you said, what, bro?
No, my fault. I was saying, I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of it is fabricated, and some of it ain't. Some people have gotten killed over actual beefs on this shit. That's what I'm saying.
See, that's why I said I just try to stay away from. I mean, I even like it's some content creators I support, but when they in their bag, I just hit the like button and I don't go into the comments because even now, some content creators are looking in the comments and then they taking it, they going at the people in the comments and like I don't know, bro, all that shit weird. So I just
Guess
it's
what? Because
like.
they smoke rocks.
Hey, bro, that shit crazy to me, bro. It's like that shit just weird. Like it's fucking weird. Like people, I don't know. Man. I just come from a different age. I mean, even the street shit. Now, I be looking at it like, man, this shit weird. Like people telling on themselves. Like we didn't talk. We didn't talk. We didn't do all this bragging shit, bro. When you did something, the goal was to get away with it. It wasn't to let everybody know you did it. You did it and got it done, but the whole goal was to get away, not to go to jail, not to get in trouble, not to be seen or heard about it. And now you brag about the shit. That shit's fucking weird to me, man.
Facts.
Like, can you imagine John Gotti making a record about all the shit he did to start rapping?
Mhm.
I just started talking about all the shit he did in the street. Like, that shit is fucking weird. And this shit is glorified. All that shit is an agenda. All that shit is an agenda. Like, when I sit back and look at it, this shit is created like that for a purpose. And people don't see it. That shit is so funny how they put things in people's face and people choose to be ignorant and not look at the shit for what it is.
I always keep my eye open to a lot of shit, including that third eye. Even when that third eye is full of weed, guess what? I still see a lot of shit. A lot of times I see shit I ain't supposed to be seeing. Sorry, you can't get me to conform to none of that BS. Good try though. Good
Uncle
try
L,
though.
man, what up, fam? My bad, bro. I just wanted
Nah, you good. Oh shit, Uncle L and everybody else in this building this morning. Oh, it's all right though.
and see, I think
Haters
that
gonna hate though.
they made that shit cool. Like hating on people was cool now. That shit used to be frowned upon when I was coming up. You know, like the OG used to be like, "Well, shit, what the fuck you worried about him for? Don't you got your own business to worry about?" Now hating on people is cool. That shit is fucking weird to me, man. It's like all the shit that we were told not to do or fought against. Now it's cool. Snitching on people is cool. Hating on people is cool. Like that shit is fucking weird, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bullying seems to be cool now too. You know, you hear so much about more people are guilty of it. I never thought bullying somebody was ever cool because I've been bullied, man, and I got my revenge. As soon as I got tall enough, I went back and got my revenge on everybody ever bullied me.
But see, even like book, like I
I
think
think
this
that's the
internet thing it has redefined what bullying was because like when I was growing up, like just say like I didn't like this is what my grandmother told me. If somebody bigger than you, pick something up and hit them with it. You know, but on the
hmm
internet you can't do that. You can't
hmm
do that. Like this internet has made it safe for people to do a lot of fuck shit. This internet has made it safe. There's too much space in between people. Because like when me and Nashawn was talking earlier, like you like on here, like I can say or do whatever and I'm in a whole nother state. But in reality like you do that shit in reality you get hit in the mouth. You have it's consequences. And that's what prevented people from doing a lot of stupid things when I was coming up. The consequence. Like you can't just say anything to anybody because you're gonna get hit in the fucking mouth or worse. Oh,
Yeah.
no, sir.
Especially
I think what's
look
really
here.
getting it.
Look here. I look at
I
it from
think
this
what's really
standpoint.
making it worse now.
What's good? What's good, Pop?
Oh, what Word said. What's making it worse now is kids are growing up that way with their phones. The way I ain't seen it in real life, but I could imagine what I'm seeing is got some semblance. Is that here we all go to the same school, right? And you and your friends can take something stupid of me, and all of y'all can laugh and joke at it, and it's supposed to hurt me. It's supposed to be, because it's all of y'all ganging up against me, like where it used to be back in the days. You got the popper kids, the not so popper kids, the nerd kids, the smoking weed kids. But now that they can pass that shit straight through each other, just through their phones by having each other's phone numbers or or Facebook page, whatever the fuck kids are using now, teenagers I'm talking about, that they can use that to make a person feel so bad, just or come back to the school and kill all kinds of people with whose rifle where'd you get this goddamn gun from, son? Kind of shit, you know? And it's getting to be too damn common. And just think, those kids might be 14, 15, 16-year-olds now, but in 5, 10 years, they're going to take that shit to the next level. They're going to be in the clubs bullying people in the club that they go to school with or know. And the club, didn't somebody's club just get blasted on somewhere in real life? Shooting people. Now, what kind of fucking shit did that mean? You know? And the more they talk about gun regulations, the more people seem to pop up with guns and killing people with them. What's wrong with trying to choke a motherfucker to death and get your ass whooped and then take your bitch ass on home? Why do you think this gives you some upper hand that you're gonna come back with a gun, or you and your buddies are gonna take this picture of me and draw a mustache or a dick on my nose, and the whole school is laughing at that, and that's supposed to make me feel like I should never show up at school again? I'm not that kind of person. I'd be whooping ass. I'd be like Nate, man. It'd be time for violence, man. I'd come to school with my boxing gloves on and just start boxing people.
Fuck that. I was already a fighter.
Oh boy, I had to get off of that stuff. I'm 16 years.
Listen, I've been a fighter my whole damn life. Big, small, don't matter. Your head was going against that wall one way or another. It's too much unadulterated anger and too much strength in this one hand alone. I damn near split a nigga's skull one time just for snuffing the shot at him for saying some dumb shit he shouldn't have said to me in the first place. Other than that, I'm usually cool, calm, and collected. Again, it take a lot for me to want to have to hurt somebody. That's it. Whole different breed of person. I ain't gonna be entertaining certain things I don't need to entertain anyway. We've been past that.
As we get older, and so I want to get up and make sure I got this next live straightened out before I do it. I thought it was in the morning. When I woke up, I said it's 7 o'clock in the morning already. Turned out it was 7 o'clock in the evening, so I done stayed up another 5 hours since then.
Damn, Papa Will,
But
man.
Word. I want to give you this. Huh? I what?
I said you out here tripping.
Well, I mean, if Ryder's going home, yeah, Ryder's over here leaving, just tell him I'll go and get some more shut eye, man. You know, when somebody yarns, how it makes you yarn. And if somebody says, man, my eyelids is getting heavy, and then you start feeling like, yeah, man, mine's too, man. I wonder why.
I'm with you.
Hey, but word.
What's up, Pop?
You said that you wanted to start finding out more knowledge about how this platform works. I mean, I can't tell Nate how to beat these people playing no more of that shit, man. I'm just gonna keep my shit going, You know what got me in trouble with that was when people like Scorpio Lady, when I first met them, why you got them half-naked women on there? Oh, fuck you, shut up and get away from me. You got me all up here in this bag. You ain't trying to help me get out this bag. How come you don't go talk to YouTube and tell them to leave me the fuck alone about this goddamn copyright bullshit on the music I play? Now mine's gonna have models in it, then fuck you. And I'm gonna go over here and use that audio library because I'm lazy, okay? I'm lazy. I got thousands of songs over here ain't never been heard of before, but I don't want to listen to them and pick out the right ones when I'm in, when I'm trying to keep the dance floor happy and shit. But forget all that. Word. I'm about to drop you this link, man. And when you can, just watch this guy, and because he goes over all these little boxes that we don't know how to use on here, all this stuff we look at when we come out. Like, do you ever go to your notification and clear out everything in your notifications?
I never did that. I don't think I did.
Oh shit, that is. Huh?
No,
Huh?
I don't think I never cleared up my notification. I don't think I ever did. Like, honestly, what I do is come on here, I hit the live button, I talk my shit. That's about it. I don't know. I just learned how to look at like I'm still learning like the whole YouTube studio and learning. I mean, because like I said, my intention wasn't. I just wanted to come on here and share information, and that's receiving information too. Not only talking, but receiving. Because like I said, I'm an information whore, and I love learning new things, and I love sharing information, and hopefully the information can help or influence people the way it did me. Um, so that's my whole intention behind me coming on YouTube. So I wasn't thinking of myself as no content creator, but I could see it'd be more beneficial not only to me, but um, to the people who do, take the time out to watch my videos. I feel like I can give them more than just talking because I do have books. I do have resources that they can go and find themselves and further indulge into the information. So that's what I want to do too. So I'm still learning.
Well,
Hey, not bad.
hit that link. You can learn at your leisure. Like I've I'm what can I tell you? I'm a geek. Okay, I ain't really a geek. I'm just smart as fuck. That's all. Because I'm a street nigga. You know. But anything I get involved in, I'll figure out everything it's got. Because I want that. Because I'm a criminal. I want that. Everything you're giving up for free or that you think somebody special is entitled to, well, I'll figure out how to get that because I need to share that with every kind of people. But I don't give a fuck about being no 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours kind of a person. That's not what I started out with YouTube for. I got a fucking whole life out here that's done gone digital with me stuck over here in Las Vegas where my constituents are over in goddamn California. So in order for me to stay in touch with California, I got involved in this internet thing. I have so much shit on this internet that ain't selling because the people that it belong to ain't supporting. See, that's all I want. I want to prove to them I don't fucking need you because I don't. I ain't never needed none of them. Shit gave me cancer. What they'll see is when this shit here I built, once again, I built some shit that surpasses what the fuck they're doing, that they'll wake the fuck up and get on board with it, and then we can start moving their shit. I got my first strike because one of my R&B kids seen what I was doing with this and tried to talk to me. I said, man, you need to shut the fuck up. Because if you ain't doing what I'm doing, I ain't giving a fuck about what you're doing. Well, listen, I know how we can integrate what I'm doing with what you're doing. I'm like, what you got? Well, I just started a shoe line and I got this clothing merchandise. Well, I took his link and dropped it one day in our chat. Man, that shit got me struck up real quick. Damn. And then I didn't know, their bad habit is they don't tell you what you did wrong, what got you this strike. All they do is tell you that you got a damn strike and you ain't shit for another week. I don't give a fuck about you, because I got a big ass screen TV here with Netflix on. What do you think I think about fucking YouTube? You ain't making me no money. I don't give a fuck about you. But if you're here and you're in my head, then I need to figure out what I have to do to get money out of you, YouTube. Because I don't like you. I don't like Facebook and I don't like YouTube because that behavior that Nate is talking about, you gonna tell me what to do? Bitch, you ain't putting a nickel in my pocket. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give one goddamn fuck about you. I turn this shit off and never turn it back on again. And that week I was blocked or wherever the fuck. That didn't stop my life. I still got my money in my pocket. And that second strike, that didn't stop my life either. Just made me realize, hey, fuck you. You talking to me way too much about nothing. And all I want is all I can get out of you. I don't need you fucking with me, acting like you got no way to go with me, talking to me like I'm some stupid bitch ass nigga on the street. I don't need none of that, YouTube. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna step the fuck back and see how you operate, and then I'm gonna come back and kick your ass, because that's how I get down. That's how I get down. You ain't gonna get me. You ain't did nothing but stop me from talking. Oh, wait a minute. You didn't stop me from talking to nobody. I just couldn't open up a channel. I got 6 goddamn new subscribers out of being blocked. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't about, because that's bullshit. What does us playing their music have to do with anything? What? I don't see no pugnant value. They need to just take it all down. If it's that fucking big of a problem, just take it away. Take it on. Take it down. I'll go to the store and I'll buy that CD. That's what I did with one of my artists. I produced his CD, and somehow he took it to these other cats and told them that they was managing him, and put one of the damn songs off of my album that I paid for up here on YouTube, and now it's copyrighted. And that if I play it, I get this motherfucking notice, and it stops the show on the copyright. I'm like, I ain't gotta play that song no goddamn more. Let me go. Fuck, you blocking me? Because I can't tell you that this is my song. Why don't you call them and ask them if it's okay if I play that shit? What the fuck? So I don't give that shit no power, man. I'm worried about my dinner on the stove, not getting burnt up, and cleaning the kitchen up before I go to bed, and making sure I take my medication, man. But I love y'all all to death. I love each and every one of y'all, man. And Queen of the whole damn thing, she knows me and her got history, real history. We didn't fuck around. Made her money, made me money. And you know who fucks from YouTube. I think we might have had the TV playing in the background sometimes, But I was just saying, oh, what'd you say, Papa Scorpio lady got you all those strikes? It was on me. I get a copyright warning damn near every day. Got 2 of them today. So I don't know what I could say, that would, because I get copyright notices every day, but I guess it's the kind of music that I'm playing that it must be okay to play. But no, it ain't totally okay, because I played a Michael Jackson song and it stopped my show.
They're not just giving you strikes for. No, I'm saying they're not just giving you strikes for music. They also giving you strikes for saying any type of real truth. Because I was watching somebody that I'm sub to, and I guess he got a copyright strike for something. He got way less than both of us put together. Like, he literally probably maybe just got 200, if that. And they gave him a strike for something he said, but he's speaking on current events. So how the hell could you give him a strike for something that's being reported? I don't know. They doing too much in my opinion.
Now they do have that part. Yeah, they do have community guideline against you speaking on something that really happened in public, the way you say it, the way you make a comment on something. Say like Donald Trump did something else new and stupid, and you said something with that leading off, but then you put something else in it, and they would strike you for that because you're using a public platform to dictate to humans what the fuck they should be thinking. Is the way they look at that.
Oh,
but there's some people, man, that get away with talking hateful shit on here, and get to be on here every day. I ain't gonna name no names on them because that shouldn't be saying nothing on YouTube. But they allow it.
Facts.
They allow it.
They smoke
All me
rocks.
and you are doing is just playing popular smoking rocks, huh?
Yeah, nah, they just be doing too much. But like I said, you can't stop greatness, baby. I'll be back. I'm everywhere. And like I said, I wasn't really worried about the music. My thing was, like I said, you strike me for something of that small ass caliber. And like I said,
Bro, get off me.
oh shit, the dog must got him again.
Bro, I just got violated from my wife and my dog. My wife talking shit to me. My dog licking my face. Like one of my eyes don't work, and the dog always come on my left side. I don't see the dog. I just feel a big ass wet tongue hit my face. My wife's talking about why you don't talk to me loud like that. Like what are you talking about? Like yeah, I don't know what just happened.
He got double teamed. He be all right.
She woke up choosing violence.
Oh shit. On that note.
Yeah.
You hear? She said I wouldn't have did that if you rubbed my feet. I fell asleep. Don't get me started.
Oh shit.
Wow.
It's
You done missed right your feet on time. You better get them
Bruh,
feet up
like,
here. Get them feet played with me while you talking.
rubber dub dub with the feet rub.
I'm gonna record me and my wife one day. But you know what? Like my wife is really my best friend. Like we play and talk shit to each other all day. That's all we do is talk shit all day. You know. But that's my baby. That's that's the love of my life, man. And you know I can be goofy around her. You know. And I'm a goofy person, and like my son. Oh shit! I'm gonna be in trouble with him growing up, man. Class clown ain't the word.
I'm about to be an ass monkey for the rest of the week. But in silence. Public service announcement to those who are looking for me. I'm not creating no backup channel. I'm just gonna let everything manifest like it's supposed to. And when I come back,
All that's gonna be brewing up for a whole week, bro. I can't imagine.
yeah, it's over for the niggas. See, it's a good thing though.
Y'all ever go to Perpetual's channel and listen to her read them books?
Bro, I'm telling you, that's how I go to sleep. I'm telling you, it's not that like her channel makes me go to sleep. It's like her voice is soothing and it relaxes, and I can listen to.
Soothing.
You know, I can. Yeah, I listened to two of them this morning. Yeah, and then she got the word of the day. She started doing another thing with word of the day, and I think it's dope.
Yeah.
I think that's dope too. I think that's really dope, and I start sharing those. I'm like if you see my community wall, I'm gonna start. I shared like 3 of them, but that's something else I'm gonna do every day. Share her word of the day because, like I said, me personally, I try. I look to learn something new every day, and that's just the easy way for anybody to learn something new a day. That's what I started off with, learning one new word a day. They got apps on your phone, but now Perp doing it, so you know that's just easy access to learn information.
My scalp piece hurt. There's too much stuff being stored in already. And y'all just made yourselves part of my content, so thank you. Y'all gonna you're gonna continuously make yourselves a part of my content because for every dumb shit you try to come across, I'm gonna come right back with you. This is about to be a Mayweather fight versus a Mayweather fight. That's it.
And Pert, I don't know what kind of podcast stuff you got, but I think I'm gonna upgrade mine because I just got a little soundboard. The mic and the headset, but um, this is fun. I want to get the whole like when I fix my studio up, I'm gonna get the whole light. I'm planning on going like live with the camera eventually, but I just want to wait till I get my studio set up because like right now, um, I'm sitting in my kitchen in my studio in the basement. But having a newborn and then a crazy 3 year old, I don't want to leave my wife. Um, if she need me, I want to be close. But eventually, I'm gonna have my studio set up, and I'm gonna be going live from the dungeon.
I'm breaking people's scalp pieces when I come back. I'm still messing with y'all this whole week. Don't get it twisted, man. I'm still busting people's scalp pieces when I come back. Catch.
So, you is it a week from today? You got struck on Sunday.
No, I got struck Saturday. I got struck for the music Saturday night.
Oh, okay.
I was just like, I'm just laughing at it though. I'm not mad. I'm just laughing at it. 'Cause like I said, I think you're playing favoritisms, but guess what? I don't play those. And I'm a very nasty player when it comes to that. And on top of that, again, I'm not trying to get paid for those videos or nothing. I just do that because I enjoy playing the music and keeping the vibes going. Am I supposed to just stay serious all day and just talk about serious topics? No, I'm supposed to do a balance, right? Am I right or wrong? Let me know when I said something wrong, y'all. Like,
No, you right. You right. Like I'm trying to find that balance. I'm trying to and I think my wife is actually like I plan on starting her a channel too. But I think entertainment wise, like we got a whole bunch of good stories, and by being a mixed couple, um, I think that can like our experiences with one another. I think it can give a different perspective because I hear so many notions about mixed couples. It's not like me is we found more common ground than we found uncommon ground. I don't really think. I mean, even cultures. We don't look at the differences. We find the similarities within our culture, and it's a lot. Like even the language. Like when I say I speak a Native American tongue, like I had the honor of spending a lot of time with her mom, and her mom spoke like four or five different languages. Sure, four different languages. And when we was talking about like she spoke Arabic and she knew some Aramaic, and a lot of the words in my native tongue was in her native tongue, and they had similar meanings. And that opened my eyes to a lot of things. I just think as people, we focus more on the differences than look at the similarities. And if we look at the similarities, we can find common ground, and that's what you build on. And that's what we did. And I think that's why our relationship is so the way it is, you know, that we don't focus on the differences that we have because everybody got differences, but we focus on the similarities. Yeah.
Listen to what you just said. So you say
No, you good, man.
you
I'll be right back.
well, I know what it is. I know what it is, Papa Will. I know what it is. They hate to love being they love. They hate to love being they love to hate.
Yeah, it looks like to me, like you said, man, we're just nobody has content providers.
You do so much.
And they should say that. Don't play with copyright music, or we'll sit your ass down. But they want to connect us. What is that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean to us that you would block me from playing a popular song that me and everybody like? Like they gave me a they don't give me strikes about the music, but they stopped the show even though they said, okay, this music right here is like karaoke music. You can sing along to it. So I'm playing it and I'm singing along to it. Next thing I know, they just stop the show while I'm singing along to the music they should sing along to. I said, okay, I guess karaoke music is out. Okay, don't do. I said, yes, you can. You just find the song you want to play in karaoke, all the way karaoke song, and play it. And then it ain't the same song because it's fair use then because somebody else can convert it.
Yeah, but see, it's the thing.
But
It's the thing, Pop. Like I said, all in all, I didn't care about that. The principle is if I literally told you, even while I'm sitting on the stream, saying this in your face, like how I'm sitting up there talking with you, that I'm deleting this shit, why would you still fuck with me anyway? And again, I don't care about it. I just play the music because I do that for the enjoyment. And I fuck with the people hard. Guess what? We ain't
right,
gonna just be sitting here talking about which if you want to be technical, this is almost like school to a degree. Don't you think they get recess and everything else too? Get the fuck out of here, man. Come on.
And Perk, I'm gonna need you to encourage her
that's
more
why I can't
because
do it, man. I can't just sit.
oh no, go ahead, Pop. Go ahead. Y'all on the
I can't
subject.
just
I was just talking to
sit
Perk.
and just. Uh, I just can't. I can't just sit and talk because too many things have come out of me. Like the fact that I'm a professional speaker, that I could influence the people that are listening to me. And that
And see that
I'm I have an education in teaching people, and I don't want to talk to people like I'm teaching you because when I slip, somebody always has that word that comes out their mouth. Oh, your opinion. I'm like, motherfucker, I don't speak on opinion. Should I? I don't know from the beginning to the end. I just leave it alone. I got no opinion. My opinion is, if I'm talking, you should go and look up what I'm saying so that you can verify that what I'm saying is the truth. So I try not to come out that way. I know how to go get, hey, dude, you, Mr. You got all the source, you did all the proper research, because I'm gonna check you out first. Okay, you mentioned this guy, that guy. Bing. Okay, man, I can fuck with you. Because if you try to tell me what book to go read, I ain't doing it. If you try to tell me what you think, I ain't doing it. Because my brain automatically reacts. But what I wanted to say to you before you left is that you say none of your family.
you said what now?
I said,
One more time, Pop.
were you saying that do you speak the native language of your Native American family? When you said that you and your wife communicate, are you talking about?
Yeah, I speak a dead language.
Okay.
It's not even
Because
a dead
the
language.
reason why I asked, just
go
for
ahead,
tribal
Pop.
people, there ain't enough of y'all to speak it together.
Yeah, it's
The reason why I say that because where am I speaking inside over here so that we don't bump into each other. What I'm saying is that my family, they must have been a part of those people that it came across to them, be a Negro, be an African American, or die. Because although it was quiet, kept, and explained to me that we were not from Africa and that we never were slaves, but that the 20th century almost annihilated my whole family. Like they escaped all that 1500 shit to still be alive in the 20th century, and the 20th century tried to wipe them out, and they made moves to not openly admit to being Native American. You know, like they say the Jews did in Germany. You know that here when before they said and Huguenots and stuff came to this country. You know, when they got off the ship, they said that the Pope was standing there with some food in one hand and his pagan cross in the other hand, and said, "Accept Christianity and eat, deny it and die." And I think that's kind of what my family went through, because we never had any Native American celebrations. You know, we never celebrated being Native Americans. But I did learn everything there was to know about being a white business owner from them people, though. Displaying being Native Americans, they kept that shit on the down low till they all died off. All of them died, didn't leave us a word.
And that's what kept people alive, though, was hiding their identity. Because if you didn't, then they took you out. So I mean, that's what happened with my people anyway. But let me tell Perp real quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, Perp, I was saying that I'm trying to get her to start a channel. Like my wife, not only do she speak, 4 different languages, but she got her cosmetology license. She do makeup and nails, so she got a lot to offer. As far as like tutorials or reviews. So I'm trying to get her on board. And she's not a shy person. In real estate, like me, I'm an introvert. I stay to myself a lot. So doing business with people, she'll spark up conversations, tell people what I do. And then, so she got me a lot of clientele. She a real people person, and I think she'll be good at this. So I'm trying to get her on board. I know she'll blow up a lot faster than I would, just doing what she do and her personality. So yeah, but yeah, Pop. So yeah, I speak another language, and I'm it's not a lot of people who speak it. Like if you look up Blackfoot tribe, it only lists two tribes, but it's a missing tribe, and that missing tribe is my tribe, is my ancestors, my elders. And right now that I know of, there's only 20 of them still alive, and they had to migrate up into Canada. So, but like you said, if people are not informed or understand, is me debating. And if it's not in a book, if it's not written down, people they don't understand it. So it's like I got to the point where I'm not here to prove anything to anybody. Only thing I can do is tell you my truth, and either you accept it or don't. So and that was something I had to learn too, because you begin to question yourself and question things because no one else accepted. And I'm just blessed with the self-confidence and the self-esteem that I don't really give a flying F what people think. That's their opinions and their views of life. So I let people have it just like I got mine. Oh yeah, my wife is a bad woman. Like she got a lot of skills, man. I'm proud to be her husband. I'm proud to say that's my wife. My wife is amazing, man. My wife is truly amazing, and she brings the best out of me. She made me dig deep and redefine myself almost every day. Like if it wasn't for my wife, I wouldn't be. She completed me, like literally completed me. Oh, that's cool, Queen.
See,
Yeah, I'm about to shut this down anyway,
there's my
man.
second warning right there. I'm out, y'all.
Yeah,
I know I don't have
I'm
to go to work, but I gotta get up and get there on time, and not, you know, I don't want to
yeah, it's
be
4 in the morning. I ain't even know it was
mentally.
4.
See, I do this to I get hooked into this. When we're done here and I go to my real world, I be thinking this if I do this too much. So I'm gonna cut it. I gave you that website. So I always,
I appreciate
I
that.
guess y'all can tell that this is where I plantate is in this neck of the woods with you, Nate. Stay safe and be back here tomorrow.
Yeah, hey pops,
Because now that
I
Nate
don't know
can't
if
have a show, I guess I can have a show.
Marshmallow, you getting out of here.
What?
Appreciate you coming through, Marshmallow. I ain't even know you was here, but appreciate you coming through, Marshmallow. But pops, I don't know if you're familiar with the 7 Princes of Hell,
All right, I'll see you.
but do you hear me, pops?
Yeah, I heard you. I said no.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not.
I'm gonna introduce that, and the reason I'm gonna introduce that because a lot of people are into the biblical, the religion, and we know heaven, but to understand and to battle evil, you got to know the other side too. So I'm gonna introduce the 7 Princes of Hell and give my perspective on how that energy affects us, how those demons affect everyday people, and you'll be able to identify when people have these spirits attached to them. That's just my perspective and my opinion, and I'm gonna share that tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm out.
All
Love
right,
all of you. See you tomorrow.
appreciate you, pops.
Good night.
Appreciate you for blessing me. Have a good one.
I appreciate y'all too. Late.
Yeah. All right, people. I appreciate y'all coming through. Like I said, please come through tomorrow. I promise I won't go to sleep. Um, I'm gonna introduce the 7 Princes of Hell, and we're gonna talk about how those spirits affect us or affect people around us, and that way we'll be able to identify when people have these spirits attached to them. Because if you believe it or not, if you believe in heaven, you got to believe in hell. And maybe if we get a better understanding how they affect us, we'll have a better understanding what's going on around us. Because everybody has the potential to be either good or evil. And if we ain't aware of our actions and what we do, we can't be aware of what spirits that we're allowing to affect us. So I think that's important, and it's something that helped me out and helped me understand not only myself but things that's going on around me. So I want to share that with y'all. But that's all I got, man. Appreciate y'all coming through. Truly humbled as always. Um, care about how you feel, man. Care about how you feel. Be aware. But that's all I got. It's the word. Conversations build nations. Come check me out tomorrow.